there we go. Okay, okie dokie.
Do you see Connor singing Oasis, Wonderwall?
I heard about that. I'm looking forward to the fight. I might actually give you a little bit of room at the tail end of the show to talk about UFC 329.
Yeah, sure.
Let you stretch your legs a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. What was the... Okay, yeah. I just have a few more notes to put in, and then I got to do some forbidden math, and then we'll get on to the show.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm on the closing notes portion of the note taking. I had to do a lot of like DARKSYDEPHIL stuff. Who we're gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Like, who we're gonna talk about first? Like, so yeah, be prepared for a lot of DARKSYDEPHIL speculation. Yippee.
Yeah, you're the go-to man for Phil. That's a fact.
You know, there's a lot of better people out there than I am. I just try my best.
Well, to me and you, I'm like an infant. I do not know. I don't know.
Well, that's why we need to like bring in like, you know, we could bring in like Lore, or we can bring in Dash. We really need to bring in Dash, and have him kind of maybe summarize DARKSYDEPHIL to you a little bit. I mean, even Ames might know a little bit, but I'd rather save Ames for him breaking down like Review Tech USA.
Yeah,
because I want to cover Review Tech USA sometime, but goddamn, Dickers is so damn boring. I mean, it's like Phil. You have to get through a lot of minutia before you get to the good shit.
Yeah, that's why I never really got into. I've seen a couple videos, and I've seen people like talk about like the funny thing when he got caught jerking it,
choking the chicken.
Yeah, and there was another I guess the mobile wrestling.
Oh, the game. WWE champions. Yeah, I know about that.
Those are the only newsworthy topics, or the like stuff I've seen, like Pyrocine. I forget. There's a couple people that brought it up that would talk about certain internet dramas, and that definitely got in there.
Yeah,
like I think PewDiePie might have even
weighed in on the choking the chicken thing.
Yeah.
Nico Suave, welcome in. Good to see you.
Is that like a few years ago? 4 years ago?
Oh, that was back 2016, I think. That was that was about 10 years ago.
Golly.
Yeah, it was a hot minute. Okay. Almost there, guys. I'm still doing some, stuff behind the scenes, doing some forbidden math, in the words of our good friend Lord Diaz. Lord Diaz. So, we're almost done. We're almost ready. But no, I'm looking forward to tomorrow for Holloway McGregor 2. So like, I don't have very many streaming platforms. We don't watch that much TV. I know I sound like I have my head in the sand, but you didn't come to my party. Oh, I'm sorry. I was there for like the beginning. I was there for like a little bit, and then like I passed out on you. I'm sorry, Nico.
Wait, were you doing the DJ and like did you do the instrumentals? I was there for a little bit of it. I just couldn't message in the chat. Did you actually make those instrumentals, Nico Suave? Like, weren't you the DJ? I did hear a little bit of it.
Did you see the intro? I didn't. I passed out. I was like, after these shows, like I'll do maybe some cleanup work, and then I pass right out. I try to stay up as hard as I can, as hard as I could, to tune in for a little bit and say hello. and I just decided to die.
Was it the very intro? Because I don't know if it was. I've seen where you got. I think he kept on saying DJ Nico. I forget DJ SWAT. He did call you out by name. I don't know if it was the intro or not. I don't want to lie and say it was, but I did hear him call your name out, and I'm pretty sure I heard some of your beats. If I'm correct.
So Nico says yes. I made the playlist. There were no instrumentals.
There was okay. So I just heard what I heard was like a DJ set with instrumental. I don't know the terminology, but weren't you DJing and remixing instrumentals? That's what I thought. Maybe I was wrong, but I did see some of it. I know that for a fact.
Anyways, the intro had me in action made by AI. It was actually really cool. Well, awesome. Hey, if you look at AI as like a tool that can help enhance, like accentuate and enhance you, I have no beef with AI. It's when like people like really lean on AI, like you know how Cyrax with his like, you know, his stupid graphics and everything, the 90s aesthetic graphics.
Though.
That's how it starts, but you got to restrain yourself and you got to provide more input. Like AI is really based off input that you provide it. And that's why, like I say, in moderation, just like alcohol or smoking or, you know, or the devil's lettuce, you use it in moderation. Instrumental means no lyrics, no vocals.
Yeah, but it was a DJ set, like with tune in. It didn't have much singing in it.
No, Nico Suave.
Yeah, it was ad libs over an instrumental. That's what I heard.
Okay.
I did, and I'm standing on business. I did hear that, but I was only in there for 10 minutes, so 5-10 minutes. But like I said, I'm not as in tune with the music industry. I really never was. But I do know a little bit. For a good 5-6 months when I was in grade 9, I wanted to be the next Slim Shady, which is embarrassing. But
did you bleach your hair blonde and everything?
I did, but not for that reason. I wanted to be like a surfer boy when I was grade 4. Grade 5.
Surfer guy.
Kind of like a Zach Morris or some shit.
Oh, there you go.
But I was gonna go to a battle rap, but I didn't sign up because I chickened out. I'm like, yo, no, I can't do this. I was thinking.
Well, one thing that Scary Perry Caravello can hang over us is that he can actually skateboard. We can't.
Yes, that's very true.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah. And he could still, well, 3 years ago, he was still able to drop in from like a pretty high area into the ramp. Like, he could drop in. I couldn't believe it. Okay, then, brother, I'm sorry. I must have missed your part.
Okay.
'Cause I did hear that was the host. Hey, I could still, if the live's still up, I'll still check it out.
Yeah, if you still have the link, we'll definitely hop in. We'll comment on it.
And G-Lou was an older guy with a beard, correct? I remember
he had a pretty
that.
awesome beard, by the way, from like I think from the thumbnail I saw.
No, I didn't forget about you, Nico, but I will definitely go back again. Now knowing to watch the intro. And is there any other parts you want me to watch? If you want. Or maybe you don't want me to see it now. I screwed up. I'm sorry. I should have watched more. I do feel bad now.
Yeah, I feel bad. Because I was like, I lost the battle against sleep. My body was like, you're done. The beard guy was me.
Oh, yo, are you serious? Yo,
Epic
my
beard.
Homie. Yeah, yo. Epic Mealtime should do a collab with Epic Beard Time. Epic Nico Suave Beard. Epic Mealtime. I don't know why I thought about that. Yeah, he's a good Canadian. I like that guy. Not too many good Canadians, but that's one of them. Oh, okay. Now it's coming back to me. Did it show you? I did see the intro. Were you with the lowriders? The lowriders that were jumping up and down. And I'm at, and now it's coming to me. I think I did see the intro. I didn't want to lie to you.
Oh, I sent them 2 pics of me, one with the beard, one without. The intro has me in action, mostly without the beard. I rock both. Oh, okay.
Has me.
A man of many talents.
That. Okay, I was right. All right, good. I did see the intro, homie.
Okay.
I didn't see the full intro because I thought I didn't know that was you with the beard, so I was looking for somebody totally different. That's my bad.
Okay. All right, that's done.
I thought Gilu was the guy with the beard.
Okay. Now to do the forbidden math, guys. Sorry this is taking so long. I had a lot of notes on DARKSYDEPHIL. That's why. I had a lot of notes. Oh. Okay. But who doesn't like the Skyrim music in the background, though?
Sometimes it's so peaceful, but then you get one where it's like
Well, it's the battle music.
Yeah, it's the battle music. Like, oh shit.
It's the battle music.
I like the winter. If you know, wait, Whiterun, yeah, or Winter Run, Whiterun, or I forget what. That when you walk into town into Whiterun, the music is. If I'm thinking of the same thing, it's so peaceful and so. You want to go back into like the 1600s when there was dragons and there was like people.
Dragons never
little...
existed, CJ. I mean, dinosaurs might exist.
It did. Dragons existed.
Dragons are still real to me, damn it!
Have you not seen Game of Thrones, the documentary? That was based off real shit.
No, man, Game of Thrones is real shit.
Yeah, no. Do you remember when History made documentaries on like the mermaids?
Yeah, they hit like, well, that's the History Channel for you. They're in the business of entertainment.
No, that's real. Same with the dragons. my queen, my dragon queen.
What's her name? She was also like in Terminator Genesis too.
Like Anisha, I don't know. I don't know. I actually do know. The Queen of the Dragons. Damn. I'm not gonna look it up either. Damn. I don't know. I do know though. It's so ingrained into the zeitgeist now, where it's like, damn, I do know, but I just.
Yeah, it's hard.
Nico Suave, hey, if you're still there, how often do you collaborate with Gilu?
Almost there. Almost there, guys. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh shit, you can see who's in chat.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Brooks Lux, how you doing, partner?
Brooks Lux, welcome in. All right. Okay. I think we can throw back the. I think.
Oh,
we can
throw it back, Tyler.
Yeah,
Let's
throw
go.
back.
Get
You
up
know, we're
and
gonna.
throw it
Yeah, we'll
back.
throw it back. Oh man. Okay, there's CJ, and then here I am. There I am. CJ, the intro is yours.
Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, it's your boys at the CRASHOUT CONNOISSEURS. My name's CJ Halliday. We got our boy Tyler Liger, the co-host, and we are back at like a crack at it with a
bad habit.
bang.
What's up, connoisseurs? Hey, everyone. It's the CRASHOUT CONNOISSEURS. It's Friday, July 10th, 2026. So, with our last show that we had, CJ, we crossed the 100 video threshold out of the entire channel. Yeah, not too bad. And this is actually our 55th edition of CRASHOUT CONNOISSEURS. I actually did did the head count like right before we went live. So and it's not gonna be long until we lose count. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
To our returning and regular viewers, welcome back. To our first-time viewers, welcome home. So if you're buying what we're selling, give the stream a like. If you have some praise or criticism, comment below. If you're new and you want to keep tabs on us, give us a sub. Hit the notification bell. It's all free. All free, dude. It's all free. And also, the engagement really helps us out. So, it's huge. And then for any first-timers that stumble upon us, you know, they're trying to sift through the whole DARKSYDEPHIL or the NOVA TAKEOVER stuff. I mean, since we're having a double feature. We talk about DSP, we talk about NOVA, we talk about Cyrax, Tafia Chu, Dakota and Felicity, Shani and Rev, Eric Payton, Clavicular every now and then. M stands for Money, Chris Chan, Truther's been one of our big ones. Melvin Wild Joker Johnson, Bass Tony Chase, Tony. I almost said Tony twice, but Perry Caravello, Scary Perry, and other internet eccentrics. So, but we're always can't English. Cat got my tongue. We're always open to suggestions on who to look into as well. So we've been finding a lot of new people to cover. Like the proximity chat like channel, that's been interesting, with like crazy furries on the internet like raging because like proximity chat messes with their families. It's weird. It's very strange. And
when he says families, these are like people that adopt each other off the internet and pretend they're playing house.
You are like now my child. You're now my child. and they actually rage when they do some pretty questionable shit too. Also, I'll get the Patreon updated this weekend. And then at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central on Sunday, I'll have longtime television journalist Roger Riley on Unfiltered. So if you're a young lion in the journalism business and you somehow stumbled onto this show or this channel, Roger is definitely a person you want to listen to. Like, so much experience, like I would say pretty close to 4 decades of experience in in journalism, both in radio and television. And then he does news reports, like, you know, with just a tripod and his iPhone. It's pretty incredible how he does it. One of the best around, one of the nicest people. So I'm really happy to have Roger on, and then I'll have Vic Quick the following week. So that'll be good. So CJ, do you got a sneaker of the stream?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I got first thing. What do you think this is? Like what collaboration?
Oh dear, it does look like an old school '90s look, though.
It's a team.
It's a team. Okay, all right, team that's
Canadian.
Oh, it's the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, Toronto Raptors. Jordan 4. Not my favorite Jordan, but it's one of the better ones. I like Jordan 5s.
Okay.
And then this is my first favorite band, and it's my second CD I ever got, and I got a vinyl of it.
Yeah.
I think my first CD I ever got was Avril Lavigne. You say you're
Avril Lavigne,
boy.
okay.
You said see you later, boy. This is my first ever CD.
Sum 41. All killer, no filter. Oh, it's signed too.
In too deep. Yeah, it's signed by the main guy.
Nice.
I don't even know his name.
Oh, Nico collects 4 and 5s, CJ.
4 and 5s are the best, I think, personally. In Too Deep and Fat Lip were the songs I'd go to each time.
There you go. I will say that is kind of a hidden depth to you, CJ, with liking Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? She was hot back in the day. I had the hots for her.
Yes, and
I would have dated her. Hell yeah.
CD too. I remember. I was in like I think it was like SK or something like that.
Yeah.
And we were in a group of 4 people, 2 guys and 2 girls, or 3 girls, 1 guy plus me. And we were with a teacher, and the teacher's like, "Oh, what music are you guys into?" And they all said it. And I only had 1 CD at this time, or I only had a few CDs at this time, and one of them happened to be Britney Spears. And the one girl in the elevator I had the hots for. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to say Britney Spears. And then I said, yeah, I like Britney Spears. She's like, oh, that's for girls. And the girl that I liked, I'm like, I was embarrassed to say it in front of the one guy in there.
Oh,
and
no.
The girl ended up making
The girl ended up making it. Oh, she ended up roasting you? Oof. Ouch.
Roasted me good.
See, like, okay, all right. So when I was younger, like, I grew up on, like, my mom and dad were both DJs back in the day. So I was surrounded by music when I was younger. And I remember in elementary school, I remember they went around. It's like, what's your favorite kind of music? Everybody was like rock and roll.
Of course.
And I said classical. Genre. Like, I was like, I mean, but you know what? That made me like, it gave me a little bit of French logic, because I'm like, dude, classical music, I'm a man of culture. Like, I'm a man of culture, baby. Like, but no, I
pretentious prick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, later I became the pretentious prick, but
to be honest, though, classical music is really underrated nowadays.
So underrated.
I do like. Yeah, I agree. I do like. Yeah.
With Beethoven and Mozart and Bach and
there is a couple UFC fighters that will walk out to classical music, and the vibe is just unmatched. It's so great.
Oh, Ride of the Valkyries by Wagner. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't want to come into Ride of the Valkyries? Dun 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 dun. It's like, man, you are like about to go to war. Like, you're about to bomb a Vietnamese village, like in the 60s, you know.
Yeah, no, it's great. It was they're sick. There's only a few, but and all the music is, I don't know if it's copyright free anymore.
Most
How
of it's
long ago?
Most of it's not.
Most of it's
really? Not. Most of it's not.
But isn't there a time limit for this shit, or is that just movies?
With copyright music, it depends on the country. I do know that I think it's after the author's death plus 90 years.
Okay.
Or it's
Because I know
90 years
Disney-
after publication. It really depends. It really depends on the work. So
Like,
that's why
that
like Steamboat
Disney-
Willie is like considered public domain, but Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse isn't. It's just
Yeah,
that
that's
version of
too
Mickey
new.
Mouse that is in the public domain.
Maybe in like the next 70 years, that new Mickey or whatever will be
I suppose.
able to use.
But I mean,
Maybe, I don't know.
knowing Disney, they'll find a loophole and they'll figure out a way to keep Mickey Mouse from being, public
with
domain.
with the Steamboat Mickey, they tried their hardest
Mhm.
to keep it, and they finally lost it.
Well, it's time. So you like the good stuff? I do like the good stuff. Although I will admit that like some of my weaknesses are Phil Collins.
Oh, fire!
Phil Collins and Roxette. Roxette's a big weakness of mine. And get this, Savage Garden is a weakness of mine too. I know. Roast me all you like. I know Nico and Brooks will probably laugh at that, but you know what? Savage Garden can kick out a badass love sound, like badass love ballad.
Well, who sings Patio Lanterns? I just heard that a couple days ago.
I
That
don't
was
know.
so nice.
Yeah,
Paul Mitchell, something Mitchell.
I'm not sure. I don't know, but I ended up getting like into. I ended up having like a Linkin Park, Limp
Oh, yeah.
Bizkit, Korn.
The
My
Killers.
first concert was Korn. Like I saw them with Dead Sea and Puddle of Mud in Cedar Rapids.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't even pay
I
half
got-
of attention to Korn, but I didn't. Puddle of Mud was good, but like the lead singer was like he was messed up.
I got into like Sum 41, and I went to Sum 41 to Good Charlotte, then Good Charlotte to the
Good
Killers.
Charlotte. Oh yeah.
Girls don't like boys, got the money. That was terrible, but it goes. Sum 41, Good Charlotte, the Killers, and then it went to like 50 Cent, Eminem, because at the time when I was like just getting into music around 10 or 11,
Yeah.
like the Candy Shop and a few other really good. That
Shawty,
wasn't too good.
it's your birthday.
It's
Come
your
on,
birthday.
Shawty, it's your birthday.
and it nothing but a PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but you can't get $1 out of me. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, like my stepbrother at the time, he was really into hip hop. He was into rap, and I was into rock.
Yeah.
So Slayer is my favorite metal band. Hey, man of high culture right there, Nico. I actually saw a Slayer cover band not too long ago, a Slayer tribute band, like here at Amarillo. They were good. They were good. They were enjoyable.
My first concert was an Elvis impersonator.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
My grandma took me to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But
It was all right.
but no, like my dad's done like before he passed, he did sound for a shit ton of bands, including like Seven Dust, Saliva. He's done Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
know that.
he's done like Sawyer Brown. If you're into country music, I think he's done so many bands I couldn't even keep up. But yeah, he was a sound engineer. He was an audio guy. He had a good ear. Like he could pick up any musical instrument and learn it in 2 weeks. Like he was that good. He had more talent like in his little pinky finger than I do in my entire body. So, but anywho, I suppose I guess we can talk about music all day, or we could talk about some DARKSYDEPHIL. Because holy bucket. First time I smoked weed with my dad was at a Dred Zeppelin concert. Ooh. Okay.
Dred Zeppelin?
Zeppelin? Dred Zeppelin. So I'm presuming a Led Zeppelin tribute band with dreads. I think that would be I think that would be an experience. That'd be awesome.
I'm hoping Dread is a different band. Like they were, you know, the bands that like whenever Led Zeppelin's gonna come on, they have bands open for them. That's
Yeah.
what, maybe Dread is a band that opened for Led Zeppelin. But
I mean,
Led and Dread.
Dread
no,
Zeppelin.
You're right.
Yeah, Dread Zeppelin.
It is like a
it would be like a
play on
tribute
words.
band. Yeah, tribute bands. You know,
Okay.
like I've listened to plenty of tribute bands in my time. I sound like an
You're
old timer when I say that. Reggae Zeppelin cover band. Ooh,
What the
that's
fuck?
cool. I would totally go see that.
At least
Just
you're
for
doing
the
something
spectacle.
different.
Yeah, just for the spectacle. But anywho, so we're switching things up a bit. So before we started with Nova Online, so all one band, yeah. We started off with a little bit of Nova Online. Now we're starting off with a little bit of DarkSydePhil. So usually we don't talk about Phil a whole lot just because Phil's really not one of our common stable, like common locals.
It's too boring.
He's there's a lot of minutia, and then there's so like the DarkSydePhil detractor commentator ecosystem is actually pretty saturated. Like I tip my cap to like guys like Lord Diaz and Dashfire for, you know, finding identities, you know, despite like, you know, there's so like, I mean, it's like Baskin Robbins. Like there's so many flavors of ice cream. There's so many different flavors of detractors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did y'all see the live coverage of Nova's house last night? We will get to that. We actually are going to talk about that here later on in the show.
Some nice foreshadowing.
Nice little foreshadowing that right there. So tips to you, Nico. But yeah, like
What kind of tips?
just the tip. Okay, yeah.
We touching tips.
Yeah, there's so many commentators that cover him religiously, you know, from Kino Casino all the way down to, you know, like guys like Dash and Lore, our good friends of the channel. But yeah, we don't really cover Phil a whole lot. But we cover instances. We've been covering instances where larger creators are going after smaller creators. Like we covered when the Quartering went after Kino Casino. More so the Clip channel on YouTube more than anything. You know, PWR going after Lore, which we definitely talked about. And then now we got this, you know, where so let's bring us up to speed a little bit. So on the last show we talked about DarkSydePhil like going off because of Bucketeer freezing the chat. You know, and of course Bucketeer responds by just basically being a funny ass supervillain and saying, "Okay, all right. If you don't do 30 push-ups on stream, Phil, I'm gonna freeze that chat again." Get in touch off camera. Don't be like Rax. Yeah.
What does that mean? Like freezing the chat? I didn't understand.
He would go in and I guess he would modify it, or he'd do something to where the YouTube chat would freeze.
How? That's a gosh.
I don't know.
That's sketchy.
Yeah, it's sketchy, but it was kind of funny at the same time because it really pissed off Phil.
Sure.
It really pissed off Phil, and then Phil went on a rant, which we watched which we watched on the last show, and he basically name dropped Bucketeer and Raw Phil. Like he hates Raw Phil. Which in Raw Phil, if you're not really acquainted, he's DSP's primary restreamer. And so apparently, like DSP had a day off on Wednesday. I suppose he got into contact with YouTube about before that he got into contact with YouTube about the whole freezing thing. So there's a possibility where he Phil might have snuck in like, oh hey, like I'm receiving like harassment from this raw Phil guy. Could you guys do something about it?
Yeah.
So we've used raw Phil in the past. We actually would like, we wouldn't watch DSP on DSP channel on DSP's channel. I'm not going to give him the view. He's not worthy of it. I know that sounds like a huge ego. That's a huge ego statement from yours truly, but
yeah, because he doesn't do anything that bad.
No,
right?
he lies, he gaslights, he does revisionist history. I mean, it's small shit, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
And then, but the big sin is, well, one, he choked his chicken on pre-stream, and then also the other big one was he groomed his first girlfriend. Allegedly, because he was 29 and Panda Lee was 17.
Yeah, that's crazy. If that's true, that I don't know how something should have happened.
Yeah, something should have happened there. And then, well, and if you watch any sort of like Darkside Phil show where he has Kat, his current wife, on stream, she's not all there. Like she might be on the spectrum a little bit. So is Phil on the spectrum? Well, we like to think that he is, for how negative. He has so many negative points on the life experience scale. It's not even funny. To hear him talk about like things like is just, it's absolutely asinine. It's, yeah. Even the most like cavemen people, like even the most like even Cyrax would probably correct him on some things. Like, and Cyrax has no leg to stand on as far as the life experience department. However, I know, but no, like, let's see, but Raw Phil, if you're on the chat, if like before he got shut down, like, you could, like, the detractor, that was a place where detractors can go and just talk freely, compared to like Snort Korea, which is heavily moderated by Phil and his lieutenants. But a huge bombshell dropped on Wednesday, which is Raw Phil's channel got deleted. So
and he was restreaming, right?
Yeah, he was. Well, it was in the middle of restreaming. It wasn't in
like he doesn't add anything to it.
No, he just simply restreams.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that, can you?
It depends. Honestly, like if you're on social media, this is the principle I carry. If you post anything to YouTube, anything to social media, it is subject towards being basically re-uploaded, dissected, whatever. Like that's
not. I wouldn't say. I think you should be criticized.
Yeah.
You can be anything else, but it's kind of like if you're just restreaming the content, you're not doing anything, right? Like
it. Yeah, you can reason that it's not transformative.
Yeah.
You can say that, but also like I make the argument that if you put up anything on socials, anything like, hey, I took a piss today, or here's a picture of my cat, even if it's on your Facebook, that's public information. Like, that's why I say, like, I always tell people, like, don't overshare. If like, make sure that like it's going to be something that you're not going to regret later. Because believe it or not, even somebody like me who crawls out from underneath the rock every now and then, even I'm really guarded. Like even I made like stupid Facebook posts when I was younger. So I just say, hey, like anybody could go on my Facebook profile and pretty much be like, oh yeah, look how much of a screw up this guy is.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Like dissecting things and criticizing.
Yeah,
it's just re-uploading. It's just I think that you're just doomed for failure.
Yeah, I get it. I get it because it's a straight restream versus it's a straight restream versus like, you know, giving more transformative material. You know what I'm saying?
Or even clipping things out. Like,
yeah.
People, like, just say the stream's 5 hours long. Get, like, 20 minutes here, 10 minutes here. Like what Boglum Chronicles would do. And he would throw in edits and stuff. Remember Boglum Chronicles?
Yes. Yep. I remember Boglum Chronicles. Yep.
And so he would get all the good parts out of a stream, put it together, add some memes, put like some...
Yeah, like he'll give it like a compilation, and then he'll toss in some memes and make it, you know, kind of spice it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And some people thought that was too low of effort, which I thought, yeah, you're kind of not doing anything with it, but it's like, it's better than restreaming. At least you're putting that thing in Filmora or whatever editing station, whatever editing thing you're using, and you're making something out of it and making it better,
right,
and bite-sizable.
Right, I agree. I mean, it's a valid point, and yeah, like that sort of definition can definitely be debated and debated again and redebated. Like, it can be reinterpreted it can be interpreted in so many ways. I'm in the camp of where if you put up anything from a stream to videos to even putting up Facebook posts, like it's fair game. I do understand like straight restreaming is a no-no, but you know what? I think of it as flattery. Like if somebody were to like restream us, like, I'll be like, okay, cool. Like, I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks. Like, it's less money in my pocket, but I'd be a lot smarter about it. I'd probably be like, well, you know, why don't we do like a really funny simulcast and then do that. And then treat it like the IG and say, if AI is added, it's fair game. Oh, yeah, that's a valid point too. But, let me see. Where am I at? Okay. So, yeah, the bombshell was dropped. Raw Phil was basically taken off YouTube. But Raw Phil was not totally gone. Raw Phil ended up going to Kick. And I was in Dashfire's chat while this was going on. So I was like watching Dashfire as Dashfire was watching Raw Phil and seeing what happened. And something really funny happened because we were kind of curious on what Phil was going to react to his biggest restreamer going down. Yeah. So yesterday I was basically sitting in Dash's chat, and it you know, moving over to Kick sounds like a really simple move because Kick's very nice, very, very kind to creators. It wants to be for, you know, that's coming out of like lore and a lot of other people that are like, yeah, we really love Kick. And that's fine. I mean, I'm okay with that, but, okay. Yeah. That's what I really liked about CJ's channel was the little extra clips during commentary, especially the NEMS in the intro.
Hey yo.
Especially
Don't
Nims.
Ever disrespect me. My boy Nems, the mayor of New York.
Yeah, that was classic. Yeah. Bing bong. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
But
Don't ever disrespect me.
Yeah, so like Phil drew in about 300 like
Thank
viewers.
you, Nico.
Phil drew in about 300 viewers. Raw Phil brought in 1,000. And then suddenly, like, Raw Phil goes offline. It's just like boom. And we'll play the video from Dash's point of view here in a second. But this actually popped up. And geez Louise, I have so many tabs open. Love Dadish. Yeah. And this is a screen clip from Rebsy that Dash reposted. Yeah, channel got probably mass reported by Dents thanks to that Bucketeer guy, since I got blamed for the chat freeze, even though I had nothing to do with it, and he was literally freezing my chat before DSP's. Then DSP was able to get YouTube support attention on Twitter thanks to the chat freezing thing, and he probably told them to ban my channel. Okay. So there was another message on there that said, oh, like, and it came from Kick support saying, oh, hey, like, Kick, like, hey, Raw Phil, hey, we don't appreciate you, like, restreaming another person. So yeah, that's why, like, that got zapped really quickly. But Raw Phil, being Raw Phil, just simply moved over to Twitch, which is a platform DSP will never ever touch. And the reason being is Phil had a huge fallout a few years ago with Twitch, where he got banned and Phil got pissed and went on a tirade on Twitch. And that's why Phil will never ever go back to Twitch. So Raw Phil's not gone. He just went over to Twitch. He went over to where Phil will never go. Like, it, you know, like, it's like the Lion King, where, like, you know, everything the light touches is my kingdom. And then Simba's like, well, what about the dark place over there? Well, that's the Shadowlands. You never ever want to go there. That's where Raw Phil's at. That's Raw Phil's domain now, is in the Shadow Realm. But but no, I'll play the video of where Dash reacts to the where he reacts to the moment Kick shut down Raw Phil. So we'll jump over.
Thank you, Nico. And thank you, Brooks.
So we'll go over here, and all right, this is it. It's only like a 2-minute video, so it's not so bad. And let me pop that up.
Then there's a drama surrounding exorbitant number of...
Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Here we go. And I turned off the music too, so.
Wait,
there's a drama
this?
surrounding...
This is from Dashfire.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a clip from Dashfire.
Exorbitant...
Because right at this moment, when all this went on, like, I think DSP was about to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It was like a remake. So, yeah.
Number of microtransactions available for the game, which many feel they should already own. Oh God, they microtransactioned Assassin's Creed.
Okay, so I'm gonna veer off the track just a little bit. So EA put in microtransactions for College Football 27. I was like, and it's supposed to, like, I mean, by paying like $100, then you have, like, you know, unlimited money to where you can, like, you know, you can max out your head coach, and or you can max out your player. Yeah, I weighed in on that, and, like, somehow it blew up because of the whole, like, the sports YouTubers like Bordeaux and Not the Expert and all those guys. They were all, like, getting on the bandwagon of, like, college football play don't pay, and I weighed in on it because I was like, well, this is like the first game I ordered, like, in, like, probably 10 years. Like, I hadn't pre-ordered a game since, like, well, actually make that more like 20 years. So I hadn't pre-ordered a game since, like, Madden 06. Like, that's how boomer I am. And I was like, oh, I actually pre-ordered this game. And, yeah, for me to learn that they were having microtransactions and they were taking a step back as compared to the previous incarnations of college football, like, it kind of got me stirred up, and I weighed in. And 2 days later, I had like 900 some odd likes and 70 repos, which is really weird. So
crazy. Yeah, no, the video game sphere, and they're like it's just going downhill. Like, at one point, I think this has changed, but Grand Theft Auto wasn't even going to come out with a disc. You just get a little pamphlet or a little, like, I don't know what it was, but it said a code, and then you type in the code to play.
Well, and there's the announcements recently where Xbox was going to discontinue creating physical media, and PlayStation just announced, I think just the other day, that they were
Couple of days
they were
ago.
phasing out physical media.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Wild,
That's
boy.
crazy to think. Like
Wild.
everything's almost becoming like Steam. Like so, like you know how Steam you have to download stuff and it's really not yours. We're going in that direction.
Pyrocynical said it best. You're gonna own nothing and you're gonna enjoy it.
Yep.
That's
Well,
pretty
and
much what
unfortunately, I think a lot of people are going to get fed up, and you're going to have a video games crash, pretty much like 1983, where just the only thing that could save it is I don't even know if it can be saved, because what's going to happen is maybe by 2030, you're going to have games that are augmented reality, or you're going to have games that are basically like, like VR chat or something. We're already getting to that stage. So yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's crazy to think we're going into a really weird dystopian future, and sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.
Before we go any further, consider download. Fuck you.
Whoa.
Oh, is it time?
It's time.
Offline.
See?
Raw
Tell us
Phil.
about you, Dashfire.
Oh, okay. Give me a second here. Hopefully, Raw Phil is okay on Kick. What the hell happened? Oh,
Brooks says we will see something, and didn't Ubisoft say own nothing and like it first? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That sounds like something Ubisoft would say.
please tell me Raw Phil is okay on here. Please tell me he didn't get banned on Kick here. Oh, what is this? Kick support.
I heard it
Hey
from
there, Raw
Pyro.
Phil. We would be grateful.
So you're probably right.
Yeah. So
Ubisoft, bro. I can't believe they had the balls to say that.
yeah, you will own nothing and you will like it. But yeah, here's the Kick support deal. Hey there, Raw Phil. We would be grateful if you could stream something else, as you are not allowed to restream content from other streamers. Thank you for understanding.
That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and I'll get to the kind of the devil's advocate point of that, but let's see what Dash's reaction is.
We could stream some. Oh my god! Kick! Oh my god, Phil! Phil talked to Kick, it looks like. He's showing up on Twitch. Look at this, though. Message by Kick support. Hey there at Raw Phil. We would be grateful if you could stream something else, as you are not allowed to restream content from other streamers. Thank you for the understanding. Kick, shut down Raw Phil. Who the hell is DSP got on his payroll
Those
here?
comments are crazy.
What is going on?
They were.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Yo, that's not.
That's
What?
yeah.
What the hell is going
You
on?
might get in shit.
He gets banned off
Yeah. They were.
of YouTube.
They were very.
He's now getting moderated by Kick themselves. I thought Kick
Could
was
you
supposed to be
take it
free
off
speech.
while listening to
I
the
thought you could
audio?
do
That's what
anything you
that's
want
what I
on
did
here.
right now.
You're telling me. Let me get this straight. Because fuck this. I am pissed. You're telling me PWR, that fucking loser, can cut his
Tyler the
forehead
devil's
with a
advocate. Hey, I'm not that bad of a devil's advocate. I just found a really good contrary point. So yeah, but let's let Dash kind of finish his rant, because this is I hardly if ever hear like Dash get pissed off about something.
rusty knife, cover his face in blood, do
Bloody
drugs
yeah.
on stream in view, do wrestling moves on himself, start threatening people, threaten to off himself, but Raw Phil can't restream DSP. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking for real right now?
Yeah, it's that's normal.
It's
bud.
it's normal. I mean, we're PWR. Yeah, he can blade himself live on stream. He can snort cocaine and only be gone for like 3 days, where Raw Phil gets basically kicked for simply restreaming DarkSydePhil.
Yeah, no, Kick's always been all over the place, but I think if you're
So is
restreaming
Twitch
somebody-
too. Like, like it's to
Oh,
the point
Twitch
where
is
we
the
can't.
worst, too.
Who do we trust? We trust nobody. Like that's why you always have contingency plans.
YouTube is a tiny bit better.
Well,
With their,
by how much though? That's the That's the big one. But I do have a
They're more
screenshot.
consistent.
Yeah, I do have a screenshot that I could share, which I thought was very interesting. And yep, we'll jump over there, and let me blow this up just a little bit. Okay, so somebody did some research and looked up the Kick TOS. So one, when you post a Kick, the TOS says the content then belongs to the company, and then gives them the right to make derivative rebroadcast. Okay.
What's derivative?
To make derivative, simply it's the rebroadcast. So like if we were to stream to Kick, it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to Kick. So Phil does not own his own content. Kick does. I mean, the same principle goes to Kino Casino as well, where like they don't own the content that they that they stream on Kick. Kick owns it, but they can go and they can keep the clips or whatever. I'm sure they keep archives like I do. Like I keep archives of everything. So 2, you are prohibited from using the service for commercial solicitation purposes. Phil does this daily. So Phil like e-begs, right? He's a known e-beggar. So like this, that makes sense too. It's like, don't, you're not supposed to e-beg. And then 3, the terms of service explicitly states that it's a violation to make content that contains threats towards an individual or group, abusive, harassing, tutorious, defamatory, or libellous. Libellous, there we go.
Libellous.
So, my thought on that is it still doesn't explain just if it's like transformative enough or not. And I'm not taking, I guess I want to take Raw Phil's side, but I do see the opposite end of it, where if you're simply restreaming, and this is what Lore, our good friend Lore learned the hard way, is if you're just simply, restreaming or reclipping without adding, your own commentary to it, then it becomes to where, the recipient, DARKSYDEPHIL, PWR, pick your poison, can simply just say, nope, I'm going to report you. And YouTube will be like, okay, is this transformative enough? No? All right, let's get rid of it. Let's hand you a strike. So I can see it from that end.
Yeah.
But usually you don't do that. It's usually it's kind of a gentleman's agreement to where like you don't go after your restreamers and you don't go after your clippers. I know it's against the rules, but usually you don't want to go. You don't want to take that route.
From what I heard, you can't go after somebody if they are making it transformative, because people do use the TOS against other people. Like YouTube, sometimes they will try to take somebody's channel down when they are being transformative. And I think, isn't that the gentleman's agreement? Don't use the TOS.
Yeah, don't use the TOS against other users. Yeah, it's a cardinal. It's considered a cardinal sin.
But restreaming is a totally different. That's something.
But I see where it's almost in the same ball game too. Like where and I know that sounds, I'm sounding very contrarian. But I'm saying like, okay, well, like if somebody were to restream us, like I think of it as a form of flattery. Like imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right? However, I'm one that, I don't know. Maybe if it's after years of being burned by trolls and just, dealing with unreasonable stuff, which I don't ever want to say like we'll never have trolls, but restreaming, like, oh well, like I see people restream all the time. and they
But-
get away with it. So
You're just giving him a big W on a plate. If you're just
and that's the
restricting
big thing is like Phil's taking it like a big W.
he should. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to troll him, and do it the Boglum Chronicles way, where he has an intro, where he's doing the zoom in, zoom out. He's not doing the whole stream. He's actually taking time out of his day to cut up the best parts of it.
Sure.
But if you're just restreaming it, like you don't get any satisfaction from it. Do you?
Right. Well, I mean, some people. Okay, so I could see Raw Phil's function as Raw Phil, like being a kind of a safe haven for detractors, like so people don't have to go to DSP's channel and go see him.
Yeah,
It's kind of it's a subtle way of trying to take, of like being like, well, I don't want to give this guy the view, or I don't want to, have to deal with like the heavily moderated environment that DSP gaming has. I'll just go to Raw Phil and I'll start, just saying whatever I please, and I'll make fun of Phil all I like, until live long day.
And so if people do start, just say if a person does restream our stuff, it's not going to be because they like us. I don't think we should take it as flattery. I don't know about that, but it's just no. I don't like DARKSYDEPHIL. It's coming off like I'm sticking up for him.
Yeah, you're defending the undefendable, but I see your point.
It's just I 4 or 5 years ago, people got made fun of for restreaming.
Yeah.
Because they're hacks. They don't do anything informative.
That's why the
transformative.
reaction channels got as much heat as they did, right? With with Jinx, where all he would do is just sit there and he'd look at a full blown video of like let's say like an episode on Naruto. He's just sitting there looking at it. He's just sitting there staring at it, or the whole ordeal between Sniper Wolf and Jack's films.
Yes.
Where that took center stage like several years ago. And
this is worse than them.
I guess it depends on the context.
How?
I mean, I guess it depends on the context, but also like, and I'm trying to play contrarian here. Like,
no, I get you.
Because Phil is just so disliked, then perhaps like people within the community consider it okay to restream Phil because it's kind of a subtle way of getting back at Phil. Or, I mean, I've had friends that were, at one weird point or another, they were fans of DARKSYDEPHIL and then they turned into detractors. I mean, I'm not using that like as an excuse, but there's people that will be like, I don't feel welcomed on DSP Gaming on YouTube. I'm just going to go over to Raw Phil. I'm sure I can feel welcome over there. I'm thinking of it as more of a safe haven, because Phil doesn't take well to, somebody that will criticize him, even if it's constructive criticism. Where over on Raw Phil, there's not as much moderation to where, oh man, I'm going to get banned for life because I told Phil, well, maybe it's not the game's fault. It's your fault that, maybe it's because you're a crappy player. You suck at video games.
Yeah, no, all I see is it sucks because this guy is a bit of a scumbag. He's jumping for joy. He's doing his little happy dance right now.
Oh, I'm sure, in his diapers.
He just so the people that are people that don't like people that are what are they called again?
Detractors
for Phil. Learn from this, and honest to God, go to Boglum Chronicles. Look how he did it. He did it so good. It had a little bit of flair, had some good memes. Like a zoom in and a zoom out does a lot for a video, more than you think. And then some background music if you need to. You could have a lot of fun and get better with editing. That's one of the ways I know people, that's how they started editing. And then they would make their own videos because their edits were so good. So I highly recommend that because, there should be people criticizing Phil more. And I think they should do it the right way, and so they don't have to lose their channel. and they'd feel really good about it because they've done the edits. They've made people laugh. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they can have that. You could have that safe haven at the same time.
Right. Some people just like hate watch Phil. I mean, it's a pastime.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I get
It's
it.
not healthy.
Yeah, I get it. So, I'll play DSP's reaction to what transpired, and just note the I was totally not a part of this. Wink, wink. And then brigading when he speaks, like he'll weaponize his audience, like he'll weaponize his dents. So we'll go over to Snort Burnell real quick, and yeah, we'll check this out.
Does this guy put work into it? Like, is there?
He has an intro, and then he does do a few edits here and there. So this awesome. Is way better than just raw Phil.
Save the
and and 1 second. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to raw Phil. I think do what you want to do. Honest to God, it's just when you're surprised. You shouldn't be that surprised. But hey, if you really do find the love of it, hey, do your thing. I am not on this guy's side. I don't like this guy. This guy looks like a loser. This Phil Burnell guy.
Yeah.
It's just I wish people seem to really like your channel and probably seem to like you too. I just wish you would have done a little bit of editing and some of this and that, and people
you wish for it to be a little more transformative, right?
Yeah, and you're on Twitch now, so hopefully like Tyler said, hopefully you're in the clear there if you still want to do what you're doing.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean that.
What the heck? A pig with a party hat.
The intro for Snort Burnell is so good, though. I'm not going to lie. It's really good.
No, it's good.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life.
See, like, here's the deal with Phil, is Phil used to be a lot more funnier. Like, the whole, the Comes in Denim song, like, the whole pig, the game, because it's a reflection of Phil. Like, Phil's really fallen off over the last few years. Like, he used to be at least, he was an asshole, but at least he was an entertaining asshole.
So, like, once he became less fat, he became less
Once
funny.
he had the Ozempic.
That's a thing. That is a thing.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like 10.
Okay, first stream of the day, and we have Pig Rose celebrating that Raw Phil's YouTube channel was banned. Everything indicates that it was because of Pig Roach obviously implicated Raw Phil in the case of his chat freezing when he was crying to fatty YouTube. Okay.
10 a.m. I wasn't home, okay? But I want to say it was like 10 a.m. I'm not even sure. And I start getting messages in my email, and I got a tweet, and I think it was from Be More Righteous who actually tweeted me.
That's one of his mods.
And it's like, Phil, alert, alert. One of your mods.
Okay, because of this, another mod switched to rogue mode. Pig Roach is surrounded by enemies, and I wonder what will happen now.
Moderators has
So there's enemies at the gates! There's enemies at the gates! Hold back the barbarians!
gone detractor.
Snort
One
Korea's
of your
under
moderators
crap.
has gone off the deep end. They are unbanning everyone on Kick en masse. Phil, you must take it. What is going on? And I was, huh? Now, I'm not home. I log into Kick and I see King Ferbs.
Okay, it all happened while Pig Roach was yelling at his doctor that his diaper expense. That's actually really funny.
Is literally mass unbanning everyone on Kick. He hasn't said a word to me. I have no idea what's going on. Obviously, the guy must be unhinged. Who fucking knows, right? And to be honest...
Okay, so here's a little side story to go along with all this, because it does kind of snowball. So there's a moderator in Phil's chat called Ferbs. And Ferbs, I guess, got disillusioned with Phil. With the whole concept of Snort Korea. And so Ferbs unbans everybody in the Kick chat. And believe it or not, like, I think Kino Casino looked it up, and there was like about 6,600 banned accounts from Phil's Kick channel. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of a lot of users and a lot of sock puppets. Banned from Phil's Kick channel. So that's what Phil's going on about. Like, he's feeling like there's enemies at the gates. There's barbarians entering Rome. Snort Korea is burning. What do we do? So he feels threatened. He feels cornered. So that's why I guess he decided to, because I guess Phil has a YouTube person, just kind of like quartering. So then it's like, well, this Raw Phil, he's harboring all these detractors, all these people that scheme and want to end my YouTube career and take food out of my mouth but
I don't think he has a person. There are even people that have millions of subscribers, and they don't have an in on YouTube. I think he just got lucky with Twitter or some shit. That's my guess.
I think so too. He got somebody that was very unaware of who he is. Even though almost everybody on the internet knows who Darkside is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after the Asmongold.
Yeah. The Asmongold rub.
I don't care.
The meeting of the roaches.
I'm out on my day off. I'm incredibly stressed already as it is. I'm dealing with real life shit. I don't care about this internet drama bullshit. I just don't give a fuck. Why is this guy acting like this? I don't care. So did I reach out to King Furbs and say, hey, are you okay? No, fuck him. I unmodded him. I banned him. I had enough of his bullshit.
Ban. Gone forever.
Shit, I don't know what the fuck his problem is.
Banned. Gone forever.
And I tried to reban a few
See,
of the old
there's
ones, but I mean, I'm sitting in a...
That was his M. Bison hat. So so whenever donations crossed a threshold, Phil would wear particular hats. Or if you crossed,
it's like a German hat.
Yeah, it was basically an M. Bison hat is what it was. It was a dictator hat. And then if you ended up crossing another threshold, Phil used to put on a vest. He used to put on this big ass puffy vest. And then if you cross another threshold, now it's you blow bubble. He used to blow bubbles live on stream, which I thought was something. I thought it was good. Maybe eventually, if we get thresholds, we get the rubber chickens out. The instrument of hate, baby. But now, when he crosses thresholds, if he crosses a $50 threshold, he opens up a pack of Pokemon cards, and that's been a big obsession of his as of late. Has been opening up packs of Pokemon cards because
he's
apparently,
artistic.
yeah. I did hear the other day from a detractor that Phil's face almost looks like a ball sack. I mean, you do see the resemblance, right? You just see the weird mustache / goatee. The goatee is slowly dissipating. Phil used to have a full beard, and now Phil's beard is devolved into
it kind of looks like he after stream he'd get out of that chair and into his wheelchair and it kind of looks like he's dying, not gonna lie.
Well, I mean,
we're all dying.
Yeah, we're all dying, but also at the same time, his hairline is receding. Phil's looking rough, man. He's looking extremely rough.
And the Ozempic will do that to you.
Yeah, well, look what happened to Nova Online when Nova Online started taking Ozempic.
Yeah.
But no, this has been happening for the last few years, where Phil's beard is basically it's almost like it's retracting. It's sucking itself back into his mouth.
And he's losing his chin, kinda
yeah.
Look at his chin. It's
Well, he's just so sad looking now. I mean, like a friend of mine, the same friend who used to be a fan of Phil before, like, Phil really, became low-cow status, like, and then my friend became a detractor. My friend's like, I don't know how long Phil's gonna last. Phil's gonna be dead, like DED dead. But anywho, we'll continue with the video.
Waiting room on my phone on this shitty app, right? I can't do it. So I think I might have banned like another 10 out of the 100, 200 people that got unbanned, and that was about it. That's about all I got done. I was like, this is gonna suck, because you know what's gonna happen is the floodgates are gonna open when I stream. All these people are gonna be back, and
well, that sounds like a you problem, Phil. Maybe you should just let the detractors run your streams. Like, you'd get more engagement. In the words of Stuttering Craig, is monetize the haters. Monetize them.
But do you have a little bit of respect that he's willing to push away the large numbers just for the people that, and it's not even people, even if somebody criticizes them lately, I'm sure they get banned too. But if he was doing it like, okay, these people are not even trying to watch, they're just trying to hate. I don't know. I don't think you should ban people, but I've never been in that position where it's like, even with my YouTube channel, I don't think I banned one person.
We haven't banned one person either. And we've had Uncle Gums show up in our chat one time. You remember Uncle Gums? The big, like, Cyrax supporter, like, yeah, because I messaged you afterwards. I was like, hey, CJ, did you notice that Uncle Gums was in our chat?
I'm like, I had no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, like, Cyrax's, best buddy that decides to cosplay as Cyrax. And if like, Uncle Gums, like, when Uncle Gums cosplays as Raxo, like, he actually looks like if Raxo went outside and touched grass. But like, I didn't ban Uncle Gums, and I didn't ban Jacob Sockness. I've yet to ban anybody. If anybody gives us, like, criticism, shit, I'll give it the heart. Like, I was like, hell yeah, thanks for the engagement. Thank you. Like,
It's just most of his shit would just be full of hate.
Yeah.
And that will also encourage the people that do like him to maybe start hating as well. So he kind of has to keep his bubble.
So like a hatred by osmosis, you think?
Sure, yeah. It's
like he's just, building up this tiny little dam to hold back this cult. big ass, like, yeah, like it's basically, yeah, it basically is it. Like, Phil's a cult leader at this point.
In a way, yeah.
In a way, like, because he gaslights people, he lies. Like, you can't rely on him as a narrator. He gives revisionist history. He says, well, I didn't do that. And then years later, he'll admit it.
Yeah, like, it's not a harmful cult, but this cult will make you probably more stupid.
Well, I mean, the people that, like, donate to Phil are often on, Social Security, bound to wheelchairs. Something's not right. I mean, look no further than PWR. I mean, PWR was a fan of DarkSydePhil. And we know how messed up PWR is.
Yeah, he gave him his last $30.
My last $35 because of his birthday. Like, God, it's so bad.
I'm not going to be able to moderate it myself right away. Hopefully we'll get a couple people to come help moderate on Kick, when I come back. But I know what's going to happen is Kick Chat is going to be absolutely insane because he went in, he unbanned all...
Hey, you know what, Phil? You could just recruit Jacob Sockness. Jacob could help you out.
Yeah.
I mean, you could give Jacob like
bring his side cat. Bring his sidekick, Cyrax, with him too. The duo.
Well, remember when, like, Cyrax tried to, like, recruit Chris Chan and all these other people to form like a lolcow, like a lolcow coalition?
Yeah.
And he left voice messages for, like, Chris Chan and everything. He was like, oh, who did he send that to? Was it to Wings? I think it was Wings, where he sent a voicemail to Wings of Redemption. He's like, Wings, we gotta come together. We gotta fight the Twos. And I can't do this without you. Well, I don't know if it was Cobra.
He tried to. Yes.
He tried to recruit Cobra, and Cobra told him to go pound sand.
Yeah, it was, but no, you're right. He did send something to somebody else similar, but he also went over to Cobes to be like, yo, we should have each other's back, blah, blah. And Cobes was like, nah, what the?
Cobes is like, I want nothing to do with you. Like, Cobes had standards. That's what I liked about Cobes. Yeah. Cobes had standards. He did do some stupid shit. But Cobes was a lot more lovable than like Cyrax or even DARKSYDEPHIL.
Yes, but you are definitely right. I don't know if it was Wings, but he sent something where like he wanted everybody to.
He wanted to form like a coalition. Yeah.
Yes.
We need to form an alliance to fight the Twos. You know, that's. I don't remember the exact like voice memo that he sent out, but it was fucking good. It was so good.
Yeah.
I was dying of laughter when I played.
It was AI for sure, ChatGPT.
Oh, like where he was, well, he wasn't at that ChatGPT deal. He was doing like a wrestling promo. That's what he was doing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pre-AI Raxo.
All these people. So that's literally all I did at first in the morning. That was it. Okay? I'm having my day. I'm busy as shit. Like I said, much later in the day.
Busy, Phil?
Much later in the day. Probably early evening. Finally, I'm coming home. And I'm sitting down. And I'm like, okay, now maybe I can figure out what the hell was wrong with...
Notice how the coward first denies having anything to do with it. And then says it was possibly because he accused Rawphil along with Bucketeer the chat freezer.
This guy, why did he do this? Like, there must have been a reason why King Ferbs would have done that on the day off, right? So all of a sudden I open up my email and I open up my ex DMs. Dude, I got blown the fuck up.
The truth is that Pig Roach was very envious of the attention Rawphil was getting. Well, yeah, because Rawphil was consistently outdrawing Phil. Like, Phil was bringing in maybe, an average of maybe 200, maybe not even 200 concurrent viewers. Which is, I mean, for our standards, that's awesome. That would be awesome numbers. But I remember where Rawphil would consistently get like about 1,200 concurrent viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was very envious of the attention Rawphil was getting and wanted to get him banned no matter what. Yeah. Because Rawphil was basically a big target for Phil to go after.
Like, literally, I've been completely blown up. I got a million emails. I got DMs out the ass. I'm like, what happened today?
My major illegal restreamer who goes by Raw Phil apparently got terminated on YouTube. So the entire internet's going crazy about.
No, they slowed down his voice.
Oh,
they modified his voice. Yeah,
stoned. I'm stoned.
Says welcome back to Sesame Street. I'm Kermit the Frog with Big Bird. I'm stoned.
They're angry. They're upset. They're shocked. They're happy. It's like everyone has a different reaction to it. Okay, so for the record, I'm going to say this right up front. No, I have no direct involvement with any of this shit whatsoever.
Press
Fuck
X,
you.
Press X to doubt. Press X to doubt.
Wait. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ling-a-ling-a-ling. Hello? Oh, Phil's a liar. He's a fucking liar.
Incoming telegram from the camp of DARKSYDEPHIL. Avon calling. That's old, but
I have nothing to do with it. That does.
Okay, stop lying. You saw the opportunity and you took it. It's entirely your fault for going to cry to Daddy YouTube.
Doesn't mean that possibly things that happened earlier in the week did not roll into this. Because, just so you know, several people have contacted me claiming they've been mass reporting Raw Phil.
Okay, that's where he gets into brigading. That's where he got into brigading.
Yeah.
So, and brigading's usually a pretty big no-no too. Because remember, like when Sniper Wolf like had that audience and she weaponized her audience against Jack's films. Same principle.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I was thinking I didn't know what you're talking about, but now
Okay, now it all clicked for you. That's what that devil's lettuce does to you, CJ. Pig Roach has already tried to take down this channel at least 4 times, so I know it was obviously him. Okay, all right. So that's Snort Burnell's like.
I don't get why he's even talking about this right now. Just ignore it.
Because he feels like it takes money out of his pocket. He thinks that if I can shut down if I can shut down Raw Phil, I can bring back all those viewers. I can bring them back, and I can have more money in my pocket. No, Phil, they're gone. They're gone forever because it's all people that you banned or you basically cast away into the abyss.
Well, I guess if they did join to hate watch, that's a view. So I guess you're taking a little bit of money out of his pocket, but not like no one's going to be donating to him. That's a fact.
No.
Unless they're hating on him.
And usually that doesn't even work. Like, it doesn't even work. Like,
they'll refund it after it's...
Yeah. Yeah, they'll charge it back. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they're telling the truth or not, or if they're making it up. I don't even know who these people are. But they've been DMing me being like, hey, just so you know, I reported this guy because I've had enough after what happened with your chat freezing, and this is bullshit, and enough of this guy.
Really, Phil? People DMing you? I don't know. When do you respond to DMs? Because usually if anybody legit wanted to offer you an interview, we would have to email you and kindly ask and kiss your ass to get you on and interview you. I think that's
a bunch of manager, like
possibly, but I mean, I'm still not buying the whole manager bit.
Who's the manager? Who has the manager again?
Oh, well, Nova had a manager at one point, which was actually really funny. That was actually really funny. Yeah. I listened to the interview with Bloodspeth, and I will say this about Bloodspeth. One, I mean, we're kind of relaxed around here, but in a high caliber interview, you don't want to belch into the microphone. So CJ, just future reference. You can do it with me all you like, but Bloodspeth just like all of a sudden just rips a belch like right into the microphone. I'm like,
my God.
Yeah. And it was in one of those important interviews where he interviewed the former manager for Nova Online. And it's about a 2-hour interview, so we probably won't watch it. But it is good, so tune it in. It's on the Chin Universe channel, by the way. Check that out. And then he cackles like a supervillain. So when you get Bloodspeth or really laughing, he has this super villain cackle. He's like, ah! It's crazy. But no, those are the main takeaways. But it's very informative. I thought it was interesting. It goes to show that Nova's very paranoid when it comes to his trolls and of course he can't pay his manager anything save for well, I could pay you in Nova cords. But we'll get to Nova here in a second.
I'll pay you in dirty diapers.
I'll pay you in adult diapers. We'll get to Nova here in a second, though.
So, I don't know if that's what resulted in him getting banned or not. I don't know if it was actually when I talked to YouTube about this Bucketeer guy earlier in the week, because I gave them all the information. I gave them...
So, while you were giving YouTube all the information, Phil... Was there a moment where you said, "Oh, hey, by the way, Raw Phil is harboring, this guy disrupting my chat. Can you take him down too?" I mean, that makes sense. I mean, that connects the dots.
Yeah.
All his information, his YouTube channel, I gave them the Raw Phil chat. I said, "This is from this channel. This is my restreamer. This is the chat where the guy was.
So he denied it, but yet he pointed it out. So
Pointed what out? Raw Phil?
he pointed out Raw Phil. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, think of it like this, like, you know, Raw Phil is where like all the, you know, where all the outlaws and all the people that have been thrown out of Snort Korea, and that's their main gathering spot. That's their watering hole to where they can hate watch Phil in peace. And then when Phil, you know, and I'll get to like the ramifications, the consequences of what can possibly happen in the wake of this, you know, here in the next few minutes. But yeah, like Phil denies it and says, "Oh, I have no part of it," but yet he's telling YouTube, "Well, you know, this guy was freezing my chat, and this is where he's been harbored." And it's evidence that Phil will go into Raw Phil, where he sends out his little cronies to go in, you know, go me moles in Raw Phil's chat. Who knows?
Talking, admitting publicly that he was freezing my chat. I gave them all that info.
I mean, it's like something like a spy movie. It's got like so much fucking espionage going on. It's like a 007 movie, and he's fighting he's fighting other spies, and oh my god, imagine the spy warfare that goes on between, you know, the dark side Phil camp and the detractors. Yeah. My god, it's like the Cold War, man. That neither side will directly engage with each other, but they'll have spies all over the place.
I'm sure there's like triple spies or like
double agents, triple agents, yeah.
Guaranteed.
Oh my lord, the intrigue, man, the intrigue. That's why I get drawn into this shit, is all the intrigue. And there's a lot of speculation because Phil used to be so open back in his early days, and now he's so closed in. Because he realizes that information can be weaponized against him. That's why he gives it from his point of view, and he doesn't give a perspective, like he doesn't give like a retelling from his day off anymore, because he fears that like people will weaponize it against him.
And they do, right?
And they do. And they've done it in the past. It's like, oh, Phil went to go like take his cat Jasper to the doctor, and he didn't like that. Oh, he had to pay $500 for a veterinarian bill, and it was over like something that can really help Jasper out, because Jasper was going through some issues.
Yeah. And
instead of biting the bullet and just, you know, paying the doctor bill, well, Phil goes on and bitches about it, and it's like, well, do you not care about your pet? Because Phil regards Jasper as his son. Yeah.
He's low-key e-bagging.
Low-key, but also at the same time, people were like, do you not give a shit about your, like, for a lot of people, like, their pets are their kids. Like, I mean, like, you know, my 3 dogs, like, in the other room, they're basically like children. I mean, they're all over, they're probably sitting with, you know, Mama Liger and watching TV, and they're just in 7th heaven. But like, if anything happened to them, like, no expenses are spared. Like, we take care of the dog.
Did you watch 7th Heaven? That was a decent show, actually, back in the day.
Was that on like the WB?
Maybe. I don't know if I have. Oh, is it where they showed like Happy Days? It showed all the old shows.
I'm not sure.
Like Full House.
I thought it was more of one of those prestige dramas. You know, with teenagers, like Dawson's Creek?
Kind of, okay. But it's more family friendly, and it was based on a religious family.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
The dad was a reverend.
Oh, it might have been on like PAX or the Family Channel or some shit.
Probably PAX, yeah, or something like. But yeah, and it's funny, the guy came out, the reverend that played it, he ended up being, I'm pretty sure, a predator.
Oof. Not good.
Giving reverends bad names, God.
So YouTube already had that info from earlier in the week.
This guy's a bitch.
So that was Cat. That was Cat. That was when Cat was skinny. like when Phil was first courting Kat, and then Fat Kat basically blew up. She became Fat Kat.
That wasn't a trans individual?
No, that was.
Okay.
I mean,
No
I don't
offense.
know. I mean, it's hard telling. But I mean, as far as I remember, like, I think one of the detractors, like, ended up, like, having an interview with Kat's sister. And she was like, yeah, Kat really let herself go. And she got brainwashed by Phil. And it is funny when she pops up every now and then because, like, Phil was having, like, a phone conversation with Wings at, like, 3 a.m. And Kat's Phil, go back to bed. Like, yes, dear. Yes, dear.
That's funny. I thought that was an emo, like, gothic man. To be honest, like,
no, that was Kat. That was Kat before she got fat.
Maybe that's how this all came to be. I don't know. Or maybe when all the Bucketeer stuff was going on, people really did mass report the Raw Phil channel. They just had enough. I don't know.
He really wants to laugh and jump.
He did laugh.
Yeah, but he's also afraid of the repercussions. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, he wants to laugh more.
Yeah.
But
he wants to have like the full-blown supervillain monologue and he wants to dance, you know, he wants to cackle. Dude, Phil, like, just be a full-blown supervillain at this point. I know you're trying to have this good guy veneer because your wife's family is like religious.
Yeah.
But just embrace being the bad guy. Embrace the bad guy.
Is this Snort Hogan?
This is Snort Burnell.
But I agree with this. Some of the things he said, I was like, maybe, yeah, no. This, he is afraid of the repercussions.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's probably already going to get repercussions with more trolls, this, that. It's going to be a bit of a Streisand effect. But
I get to that.
If he doesn't celebrate so much, it won't be as bad, I think. That's what he's thinking.
Right.
I think.
Once again, here we are. There's a shitstorm of stuff going on around me. Okay. But it's not me.
It's not me, guys. It's not me, really. It's not me. Like, keep fooling yourself, Phil. Because, you know, there's going to be a lot more intelligent detractors out there that are going to be like, yeah, he totally admitted it right there. Like, there's a veneer of denial, but also there's like the truth of, yeah, he was the one that bitched to YouTube.
I still don't get why he's talking about this. Just play your games. Like, try to get over this topic now.
Yeah, exactly. Get in and get out. Like, this is why, like, for anything like this, you do a written statement and you do it like, and you don't address it. Or you don't address it, or you make a short statement and then you move on.
A vague statement, yeah.
Yeah, very vague statement. Saying, I'm aware of the situation, but I had nothing to do with it. Then you move on.
What I'm saying? It's never me.
It's never
Here's
me,
my
dude.
opinion.
It was never me.
Okay, here's the absolute truth. I don't fucking care.
But you do care, Phil.
That's just a lie.
You do care. You care that, you know, all these detractors are starting to outnumber the dents, like, because you've pushed so many people away. You know, even people like, you know, like as fucked up as PWR, they admired you at one point. But no, you instead, like, you bit the hand that fed you multiple times. So
why did they admire him? That's a question. That's my
well,
question.
PWR admitted that, like, he treated Phil like a father.
Yes.
PWR treated Phil and Kat and Jasper like family.
I was getting PWR kind of mixed up with that one podcast that has the instrument of hate.
Oh, Kino Casino?
Yeah, Kino. Okay, no,
the triangle?
He was like the jingle jangle.
The jingle jangle, baby. That's PWR too. But.
PWR thought he was like his dad, and then didn't he ignore him or kick him out or like
he banned him? He told him go fuck off, and he banned him.
Yes.
So PWR acts like a scorned lover whenever Phil gets brought up.
I wonder if he's happy about this. I bet you'll have like a little happy stream. Oh wait, no, he wouldn't because he hates man,
He
I can't
hates
do
Phil
this
now,
now.
and it's so funny because
Yeah.
like when Pixar animations like that does like like little animations of Phil, like included PWR. PWR got pissed that he was standing next to Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does PWR, is he a detractor? Does he join the other detractors?
Yeah, but he's one of those dent tractors, kind of like Review Tech USA. Like Review Tech USA, like is a dent tractor. Like so, there's detractors and there's dent tractors. Like we might be in the middle. We're not like cavemen or troglodytes, but we're also not like we're walking encyclopedias of DarkSydePhil lore. I try my best, but I pale in comparison to the likes of Meerkat Mob and Alt Insider and all these other people. Like I pale in comparison. I mean, even the compared to like Dashfire and lore, like I don't know a whole lot about Phil. I just know the main bullet points with Phil, and I do keep up with some stuff, but that comes from Dash. That comes from with that being said, that being said, that's the podcast name. And then, also from Meerkat. So like, I get my information like almost like third hand. So I don't know. I guess I'm detractor pilled, I suppose.
I just want to stream and make my own content and be left the fuck alone. And people won't leave me alone. If you would just leave me alone, then probably you'd also be left alone. Did you ever think about that? Like if you just stopped fucking with me, maybe you'd be okay too.
But that's not how the internet works, Phil. You have to remember that
Apparently
you're
it's
one of the most infamous figures on the internet. I remember at one point I was like, okay, like because I talked to my friend about, I was like, who would be like the 4 pillars of low cowdom? The 4 heavenly pillars. And I was like, okay, it's got to be DarkSydePhil.
Really?
There's Wings of Redemption, and I mean like, and this is before I really got into knowing about Chris Chan, so I didn't include Chris Chan, but I was like, and then my friend was like, well, there's Low Tier God, and we don't cover Dale on this channel. I don't want to cover Dale because he drops too many M-bombs and he rages too much, and he actually goes after creators. Like Low Tier God actually went after June the King, if I remember correctly. So I don't mess with Dale.
Yeah, I don't know if he would be. I guess maybe because he is known a lot, but for some reason, I guess he's a lol cow. Yeah, maybe he would be on there. It'd be the 4th one. I think there's more popular ones. Like I would say, like you said, Chris Chan, World of T-shirts, Daniel Larson.
Well, but now we're getting into like, okay, what's the line between lol cows and horror cows? Because
I don't think those are horror. You can maybe say Daniel Larson might be.
Daniel Larson, I would say for sure. I would say even Chris Chan at one point, like current Chris Chan, yes. But classic Chris, I would regard as a lol cow. So like Chris has like 2 main stages. Like Chris Chan has like classic Chris, where it's like the lol cow. He chomps on the bait. He gets rage baited a lot. Bob comes in, threatening to cut the internet down like a tree. And then you get like current Chris, which is like, he has since, mutilated his pee-pee and because he wants to be trans and because he thinks he can get with girls a lot easier if he, masqueraded as a female, had sexy times with his mom. Like,
would people call him a horror cow or a lol cow?
I think it's more so. It really depends. I think it depends on it depends on the person. It depends on the commentator.
Like just say like somebody that is in the know of lol cows but not deep into the whole lol cow sphere. I think people would just call him a lol cow.
Sure.
When you look more into it, you could have a debate on if he's a horror cow or a lol cow or not.
Yeah, whether
But-
he's like devolved into a horror cow.
You do got a point though. Yeah.
It depends on which type of Chris you're working with. It really depends. Because like
I think
Chris got into some heinous
maybe
shit.
Maybe now he's a lol cow, I think. But about a year ago, you have a really good point.
It depends on which incarnation of Chris. And it really depends on like your commentator or your Kiwi Farms poster. It's like, is Chris Chan a lol cow or is he a horror cow? Cyrax has always been a horror cow. Like Cyrax has always been a horror cow. World of T-shirts is more of a lol cow. I agree on that one. He's more of a lol cow, but I mean, good thing is World of T-shirts is getting better. At least I hope so.
I hope so too.
And then, I mean, King Cobra like never got into horror cow territory. He was more of a lol cow. Phil's definitely a lol cow. And then of course like Wings and Boogie, although like, and then Review Tech USA is like often regarded as a lol cow. He's never went into horror cow territory. Tofia Chu kind of borders on it sometimes, but she's more of a lol cow. Truther's a lol cow. I would call him a lol cow.
Yeah.
There's people like there's internet
debate,
eccentrics, there's lol cows, and then there's horror cows.
Me and you, one time we should have a
tier list.
We should make a tier list, and we should debate. Be like, and then we'll see who has better points, who has more points, and I can totally be like, yo, you're right. I think you're right about this.
Sure.
Because with the Chris Chan, I don't know, because you had really good points. Because at one point with the mom incident, if that's true, and you could be. I don't know.
I say it depends on which era that you're in. Is it current Chris or is it classic Chris?
Current right now, he's doing a bit better, correct?
Yeah, he's doing a bit better, but he's still whacked out. Like he's so out of touch with reality. He's so out of touch with reality. Lol cow, but like at one point, I would say horror cow. Like at one point he was a horror cow, and then he kind of reverted back to being a lol cow. Although people don't really, he straddles that line. He really straddles that line. He sits on that fence. Yeah. But like Nova, I can regard as a horror cow. I could put him in the same league as Cyrax, honestly.
Yeah, it might not be as disgusting as him, but his actions, they're very similar. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we've seen enough, because we still gotta get to Nova.
Nova poo.
Yeah. So I do have some parting thoughts with this whole Phil thing. Okay. So this latest clash between DSP and the detractors, I can see this going different ways. And honestly, we're probably going to see a mix of all three of these possible scenarios. So first,
for sure,
we're already seeing this. Like, there's more and more DSP restreamers that are popping up. The most notable is the ghost of DARKSYDEPHIL, which is actually kind of funny. And then Raw Phil's not gone. He's not like dead. He's just over on Twitch. So this is creating a Hydra Streisand effect. It's going to be harder for Phil to simply stamp out the detractors. Brooks said, ooh, okay. It might be the best of his life, though. Chris, okay. Okay.
Can you explain that, bro?
Yeah.
Could you explain that, brother?
Translate that for us cavemen over here. We're hit myself in the face with a hammer. But no, like, I think now it's going to be a lot harder for Phil to simply stamp out the detractors. But second, and this is what PPP from the Kino Casino brought this up. He brought this up on the Wednesday show. it's going to invite harsher trolls. You know, like the Wings of Redemption trolls, like they would just relentlessly go after Wings, who in my mind is just a sad fat man that says stupid shit, and every now and then he does stupid shit, like he pushed over his wife on on the camp of Locale Live, which is stupid. But Wings was seeing red.
Worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it, but it was still bad at the same time. So, okay. Brooks Looks is saying Chris might be whacked out, but he is arguably doing the best in his life personally. Yeah, he gets. I agree with that. Like, he has like over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah.
And he has his, he actually works, he sells stuff.
Yeah.
And,
the Sonichu medallions. Yeah. He actually sells things, which is
something.
crazy.
He probably sells more than the guy we're looking at right now.
Oh, well, yeah, he probably sells more than that of Nova Online. Who knows?
Other guy.
Yeah, but for as much as there's an ecosystem, a balance of power between Phil and his detractor, basically before the whole scuttlebutt went down, I always felt like there was like an ecosystem, like a balance of power between Phil and the detractors. Phil's primary detractors, they're very cordial. Look no further than ALT Insider. He seems like a class act. Meerkat was awesome. 100,000 subs, 1,000 viewers or so. But I agree with that. Yeah, Chris is doing actually okay. Meerkat, Duty Streams, Indrid from Detractor Beam, and several others. Like, they sound very cordial. They sound like regular people who just, they have to have like something to keep tabs on. And that one ugly thing they have to keep tabs on is DarkSydePhil. They are critical. They insult Phil constantly, but they're never like malicious. They're not as bad as like Music Biz Marty, where Music Biz Marty will say something really crazy and then Cyrax will jump on the panel and Cyrax starts screaming and ranting and raving. Well, Marty barely gets a word in, but the one word that Marty says sets Chance off something terrible.
5+7.
So with Wings on hiatus and then Cyrax hiding in the shadows, who's to say that by going after his usual opponents, Phil doesn't eventually face someone who truly wants to make his life a living hell? I can see it. I can eventually see where like Phil encounters like a troll that is just basically a mastermind, but they're ruthless. Like, I think it's going to happen. It's yet to happen.
The reason why it hasn't happened yet, because there's a lot better people and a lot worse people that people control.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Phil is just so gosh darn boring.
Yeah. Him and Review Tech USA are extremely boring people. Extremely boring. Themselves. Well, and then it's the same way with Boogie and Wings. They were incredibly boring.
That's why Keemstar had to come involved.
Yeah.
Because they were so boring.
They couldn't last by themselves, but old Keem comes in, and it's getting to the point where Keem is starting to kind of venture into that lolcow territory. I mean, that depends on the perspective. There was actually like a video that's getting some traction on YouTube that, is saying, oh, yeah, Keem is definitely a lolcow. We might have to watch that sometime. It's interesting.
I know he's a lawn gnome, but I didn't know he was a cat.
Well, he's the farmer that's bringing in all the cows, and unfortunately, it could be to the point where he becomes the cow himself. But here's the deal: is the man makes money.
Yeah.
He's got drama
he has some
alert.
Sort of intelligence.
He actually has some neurons firing in that bald dome of his. So. I mean, and honestly, like, I hate to say it, like, if we had to sell out, like, and we had to be on Locale Live, I'd take it. I'd take the salary.
No, yeah.
I'd take the salary. If it means, like, rage baiting Boogie, I'll do it.
I honestly think we would be really good at it. Not even like I'd be really nice about it,
Yeah.
but I would like plan like 5 to 12 different statements that I could make them as nice as possible, but just there's some things that can just tick somebody, and I'd figure that out. And that's YouTube. That's part of the show.
Yeah.
To make these people mad. We're not trolling people for no reason. That's the show.
That's the deal. I think that's what Wings got pissed off with Keem about, is because most of the shit comes off really scripted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too scripted.
Too scripted sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's okay to just like let it flow. Let it flow, Keem. But yeah, like, you know, Raw Phil will never come back to YouTube. So Phil gets a rare W. Because even the Keno Casino, with like, you know, how many fans they have, and how big of an audience they have, like they couldn't bring back their Clips channel when Jeremy Hambley made the phone call and cried to YouTube. So Phil probably thought that like, and I brought this up a little bit ago, is that in that pre-brain of his, you know, he get the viewers back, but that's not happening. But I think it's a mix of all three scenarios. Yeah, Keem has been in the locale realm since his start, sort of. All of the crew of old is part of it too. Yeah, like with Only Use Me Blade, because Keem used to hang out with Only Use Me Blade, and then Keem was always
used
like
to try
involved.
to help him.
Yeah, yeah. And when Keem kind of gives up on you, that's when you're beyond saving.
And that takes a while. Like
yeah,
he will.
That takes a lot.
He will help you till like you lose your toe or something. Like it took him a while to give up on Blade.
But I'm interested to see like how this all plays out. I'm still tuned in. So, but yeah, okay. So the last show we talked about the first Nova takeover, and I got videos. You know what? I sold out, CJ. We had to create a CRASHOUT CONNOISSEURS TikTok account.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So if anybody's watching and they want to follow us on TikTok, just TikTok CRASHOUT CONNOISSEURS.
Me and Tyler are going to be doing dances.
We're going to do like TikTok dances. We're going to do duets. Yeah, I don't know. We're a bunch of cavemen. I'm not as like privy to the short form videos as I am like streaming and writing and somehow commentating on things. But here's what I found so far for the Nova takeover. So there was a second one. Yeah, there's a second Nova takeover that took place yesterday. And I'll play a few videos. But first I'm going to clean up the tabs a little bit. There we go. So let's see. Let's look at this one real quick. We'll check out a few of these short videos, and then and then we'll check out like a Kiwi Tapes video, just really quickly, and then we'll.
YouTube, we do not condone this, okay? YouTube, we're just
observing, yeah,
watching,
and we're gonna go over something that Bloodspeth has picked up too. So here we go.
Nova!
But yeah, it's crazy that even a reporter showed up. That's crazy. That's like if I was like, oh yeah, I know about like, you know, this local locale and there's a protest going on.
Business is slow.
Yeah. Well, usually summer is kind of slow in journalism.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bit of a slow time. So it really depends, because it really depends on the community, because where I was at, like there were always 4th of July celebrations or something going on, but usually with sports, a lot of things kind of taper off in the summer. It really depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a troll pretending to be a journalist.
Maybe. I was not there, so I couldn't tell you.
We're just here because Gideon wants answers.
Oh, jeez.
Gideon.
Okay, the guy next to his house pulled up saying he was going to talk to him tomorrow about being a PDF. Oof. Oh boy.
They paid for it.
Nova is being treated like that older OG. Oh yeah, like Dragon Lord. Yeah, Dragon Lord. Yeah, this is Dragon Lord vibes. You think so, CJ?
Oh, for sure. There's just no fence.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another order that Novak.
There's not as many people. Oh, they try shooting off fireworks. See, YouTube, we don't condone this. But yeah, that was one of the videos. I'll go back real quick. And then, okay, we'll go to this other one here. All right. And bring CJ on back.
I am at the Nova Takeover.
We're gonna give him that French onion soup.
I sped it up a bit, Ed.
So, like, I guess people are, like, door dashing stuff to Nova. Like, door dashing him diapers.
So that's the way to get his attention. So
Get those diapers.
They're allowed to go on the property because they're dropping something off, right?
Possibly,
So they
yeah.
can't get that smart. So they just ordered something for him
Sure.
to get his attention to try to open the door. Okay. That's a little clever.
Yeah. I coined the term Choman candles last night. Oh, that's funny. The trash and filth is the protection from most. No fence yet? Yeah.
Lag is also cut out.
But no, look at all the
It's like he's been on.
Bends up.
look at the trash though. Like, look at the Amazon
look-
boxes. Look at all the trash that's out there.
Gosh.
Holy buckets, man.
It looks like a backyard wrestling fucking arena.
Even because
body
the cops show up.
Nova, we just want to talk. This is out of respect for Gideon. All the minors that you've tried to fondle and shit. Yo, the whole fucking more people are showing up too. No, he is coming out, bro. We've got him out.
Do you see that comment? Nova is literally the new Cyrax, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but Nova's been caught repeatedly messaging minors.
Dude, I just saw him walk back. Yeah. Alrighty.
And no, Nova does not appear once this entire
No.
peaceful protest.
So Nova was actually smart this time. Nova didn't come out. Nova actually hunkered down. So good for him, I suppose.
Sure, he called the cops.
Yeah. Okay. So let me show this some of this other information here. I'm gonna try to boot this up. Let me turn back on the Skyrim music though. Let me try to unmute the tab. There we go. Well, maybe. What am I doing?
Damn.
Okay. All right. It was just in a lull. All right. Okay. Let me grab a few screenshots. So bear with me, guys. And
No, his house looks like one of those things that, like, people got sick from the lead poisoning. You know those houses that they gave to people that went through the flood and I can't remember the place. Infamous.
Oh, okay.
They gave them those bin houses.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I forget what they're called, but people ended up getting sick because of
because of all the lead and shit.
Yeah, something like that.
So okay, so like it was originally modified. So and then I caught this from Solidus Nova. So yeah, they broadcasted Nova's phone number on this. I called it. It's legit. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So did you give Nova a call? Like we don't condone like giving people calls. We're just observing. But okay.
Okay, there's no number on this, is there?
No, there's no number on this. Okay. So okay, like this is what I think Daddy Java and okay, so like this is what Solidus Nova caught, and this is what I kind of screenshotted from Solidus Nova. But
wait, who's your daddy?
It's a TikTok user by the name of Daddy Java. It's the big fat guy. Yeah, it's the big fat guy that showed up like when we were watching saturated
Oh, it was
content.
roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shit.
So yeah, the main message is, Nova Online, your unhinged antics have gone on too far, too long. We must put an end to this once and for all. That is why we are scheduling a protest. We need to get the whole neighborhood in Post Falls. That's the town. Oh, you did, and he played a prank on you? What? Why did he play a prank on you? Did you ask Nova if his refrigerator was running or what? But we need to get the whole neighborhood in Post Falls City Police Department's attention. Make sure to bring evidence of all of Nova's degeneracy and protest signs. That means we need to have evidence of Nova being a PDF, Nova abusing his dog, Nova harassing and attempting to dox multiple people online. Also, make sure to not damage his property at all and or not trespass onto it. Thank you and see you all on Thursday. Oh, Nova played the same recording that he played for Bloodspeth? Oh, gotcha. But yeah, but here's the updated text is come today from 7 to 9 p.m. instead of 4 like originally planned. The sheriff will be waiting at Nova's house ready to arrest anyone and everyone. Be careful. So it got pushed back. And I mean, I'm fine with protesting, but don't step on his property. And yeah, like we don't condone like showing up to anybody's house and harassing.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't.
The only good thing that'll come out of this, I guess the neighbors will know if the neighbors have kids and stuff. I guess that's good to let them know.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. So here is what Bloodspeth weighed in upon during the whole Nova takeover. So let me blow it up just a little bit so we can read it. The second Nova takeover is finished, and I cannot put into words how bad it was. No, he played a recording of a guy claiming he reached Area 51. I called back a second time, and it was a guy who had a little kid yelling in the background. Weird. Okay. Huh. But the protesters trespassed multiple times, attempted to steal his tricycle, lit off illegal fireworks, offered to throw a rock through his window for TikTok gifts, and much more. Firstly, I messaged some of the people promoting the event and told them not to trespass, assault, or commit any crimes against Nova like they planned to, which they agreed. So, yeah, Bloodspeth's always been like in the camp of like, hey, like, don't harass him. When the stream...
So
go ahead.
He expected people to follow these instructions?
Yeah, that's the problem with other people is you got to take it with a grain of salt.
And also TikTok, of course.
It's TikTok. It's younger kids. Like, they ain't going to fucking listen to you.
Gifts.
Yeah. Do it for the galaxies, guys. Which is like
God.
the equivalent of like a $20 donation. Nico says, but not gonna lie, it had me fooled until another guy in chat confirmed it was a prank. It was convincing AF though. I gotcha.
Shit.
Okay, so when the stream began, they started encouraging people to send him DoorDash and other things like that. They were also pinning his address and number in his chat. I requested to join, which they accepted, and I told them on live that what they're doing is illegal and counterintuitive, which they agreed to and apologized for. The chat had different opinions, being upset that I wasn't letting them farm content. The protesters immediately switched up after I left due to the chat not being on my side and started trash talking me and continuing their antics. But that's younger kids for you, right? That's 20-something.
Shoutouts Bloodsmith.
Yeah, like you're telling them, hey, like I'm fine with protesting, but don't do anything stupid.
Facts.
After I called in, they did a whole bunch of really weird shit that I find problematic. They were still encouraging people to send delivery orders to him, including saying they should find a child to lure him out and asking chat if they have kids to donate. Jesus.
Okay, that's a troll. I pray to God.
I pray to God, too.
That's funny if it's a troll.
This may have been a joke. I don't know. But worst of all, up to that point, they offered to throw a rock through his window for a galaxy, which isn't the equivalent of $20. I requested to join again, told them that what they're doing is wrong, which the streamer defended by saying he has a family and lives 8 minutes from here. Okay, that's not a good enough excuse, but I explained there's an investigation into Nova and doing this shit strongly interferes with it, which caused them to kick me off shortly after. The entire time after this, they called me a PDF supporter and played my stream in the background. FYI, they had a plan to report him to the police, but never did it because it was last minute. There's a second part.
Yeah, no, it was an impossible task. Bloodsmith was like what he was trying to get at.
He was trying to fight off the tide. Like he was paddling against the tide, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I do believe that he had good intentions, and that does matter. And him talking about it, and of course, people are gonna call him a PDF file supporter. It's like, bro, he's the one trying to get him in trouble with the police.
Yeah, he's the one that's trying to out Nova the right way. And I'm not saying like Bloodspat's like perfect by any means, but also at the same time, he has standards. And some of these TikTok kids, like, they have no standards.
They, like you said, they just want a effing galaxy.
Yeah. Well, this gets even better. So from then on, they continue to do dumb and dangerous shit. This includes trespassing on his property multiple times, knocking on his door, trying to steal his trike, etc. There was also a neighbor with his kid who trespassed and went to the door. That's right, a grown man took a child to knock on the door of a PDF. This same neighbor soon after lit an illegal firework. The main one streaming, Daddy Java, was begging for donations the entire time. He was also super gassed. He was also super gassed up about his likes and view count, showing the real reason why he was doing this. At the same time, multiple delivery orders arrived for Nova, including DoorDash diapers. Tyler, do you erase the live chat after stream? I think it goes.
No, probably not.
I usually keep it intact.
Why is it? Do you think we should, or what's up, Nico? Oh, because Nico, I see what you're doing. Don't do that.
Yeah, let's not, because
Can you delete those comments?
I can go in and delete them. That'll be fine.
Or no, Nico could delete them.
Yeah. I think you can delete those. You can delete those. But yeah, don't. I'm gonna say this.
No.
I'm gonna say this again and again and again. Do not post up phone numbers or addresses in the chat. Please don't.
We're just condemning these people.
Yeah, we're in the business of observing, not harassment. Like, we want to laugh at these people, but we also don't want to. We want to stay away from the poo, as far away as we can.
And I don't know if that'll get us in trouble too with the chat.
Because that can be lumped in, and who knows? Like, I don't want to get, I don't. As much as it would be funny, like if we got called out by a lolcow, I really don't want them to lawyer up and go after us. I'm just saying, I don't want any of y'all to really deal with the wrath of a lolcow either, as exciting as it may be. Like, we're just observing. Okay. So, an individual all referred to as Trailer Park Trevor asked his fellow protesters what the most expensive gift is on TikTok. He then says that he'd light off another bigger firework, a mortar, if they got it. To nobody's surprise, the cops arrived and everyone scattered, which is something peaceful protesters would do in the presence of police. Yeah. Trevor then continued streaming in his clapped beater wannabe police car, calling Bloodspeth a PDF supporter and ending stream after I make fun of his trashy rundown shitbox. Okay. In summary, they trespassed multiple times, offered to commit crimes in exchange for TikTok gifts, doxed Nova several times publicly, attempted to steal his tricycle, and left as soon as the cops were called. Did anything happen to Nova? Nope. Because Nova hunkered down. Nova played smart this time. Nova didn't run outside and start throwing up the bird to everybody. Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
he hunkered down. He
his
hit
mama probably grabbed him, slammed him through the dirt, and like, you're staying here.
Well, or he pulled his best Cyrax. You know what I'm saying? Where like he basically hunkered down in his room until it all blew over. Or he probably called the cops. He was probably the one that called the cops.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, leave those cats alone. Leave the lolcows alone. Give them enough news to hang themselves with, because they often do. Okay. I think I've yet to see...
Look at this beautiful angel.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, here is... but yes, thank you for doing that, Nico.
Shout outs to you. Sorry for being like that, but we just want to
We just don't want to get you in trouble, and we don't want to get us in trouble. We're looking out for you, man. We look out for our viewers.
And us, kind of, too.
Yeah, and us, too. Yeah. We look out for our community, and we look out for us. We look out for everybody. But we'll watch a little bit of Kiwi Tapes' latest video on Nova. But we probably won't interrupt it as much, just because we've already done a lot of commentary on this already. So
yeah.
Nova Online's life is spiraling out of control, even more so lately than usual. From endless betrayal by his friends to new revelations about his mother's health, Gabe's life has been...
Oh, Nico, I know you're not scared. I know you're not scared. If you got a big beard and you're pretty badass, I think you'll be fine.
We care for us.
But we care about everyone in our community. How's that sound?
nuts for the past couple of months, but just
I thought
recently
CJ was going to say something,
takes
but
things to a whole new level, and it was called the Novine Takeover. It seemed that local residents and TikTok users had grown tired of Nova's antics, so they decided to peacefully protest.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for you to say something, but it's fine.
I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
In front of his home. All of this was made even crazier by the fact that Gabe was live at the time, so we got to see his initial reaction to people showing up.
There's a few YouTube comments that ended up in the harassment files admitting to...
Oh, you've done much worse? Okay.
Oh, shit.
I don't want to hear that.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. They're here. Someone's right outside of my property. Shit. Oh, shit. It's here. Oh, don't talk shit or they smell my dog.
Don't talk shit about my dog.
Don't talk shit about my dog!
So Nova hears the takeover going down and decides to rush outside after ending his stream. But this is not the end of the footage from the event, because of course participants of the peaceful protest were filming too, and what they caught on camera was a not too happy Nova, who started flipping people off and threatening to call the police.
Camera! Did we watch this?
Yeah, we watched this before. Well, we didn't watch this particular video. We watched saturated content last time. This is Kiwi Tapes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Shout out Kiwi Tapes, by the way.
Shout outs.
Can we go ahead?
Told you this would happen.
Shit.
Oh, he told the neighbor, I told you this would happen. And then he's like stupidly walks on the neighbor's property. Hey, get out of here.
He's so close.
Nova, get off my property. Based.
Oh, yeah, the big N.
Okay, so this guy right here, this is Daddy Java right here. That was.
Oh, Andy Milanakis looking like.
Yeah, looking like Andy Milanakis over here. Yeah.
He really is. The glasses and everything.
Yeah. It's so funny because like Andy Milanakis was such a big deal like when I got out of high school, And then he like fell off. He like disappeared.
And then he went to streaming with Ice Poseidon. He kind of got bigger.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it went back down.
Yeah, he went off to being insignificant.
House.
I like
Yeah,
it.
his-
No, it's that one.
Oh wait. Okay. Hold on.
Flip the camera. Flip the camera, man.
Pull up the camera, man. So stupid. Oh my god.
No.
See, this guy is probably like, you know, maybe 20, 21 years old.
Yeah. I wonder if he became a streamer. He'd probably become maybe a lol cow. I don't know.
I just know that this cat looks like he could have ate the Goodyear blimp. So
Oh, online house. You're outside with your dogs.
Looks like somebody's grandma.
What the fuck?
Get 'em, boys. It looks like the cops were just late. There was like a couple cops on the road, like.
Oh, Andy Milonakis is still doing interviews. He was at the Oliver Tree movie premiere. Okay.
Yeah, yo, Oliver Tree.
Oliver Tree,
yeah,
rest
he was,
in peace.
Yeah, no, I remember when he had the not the duo, but the trio with Andy, Riff Raff, and the one comedian guy, could never remember his name. They had a rap trio.
Okay.
Remember, we are farmers. Bum 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 bum. They did a remix to that.
Oh, did they do a remix?
And then,
okay.
And then the farmer organization, whatever, ended up suing them, and they had to like take out that part of the video. Oh, they ruined the music.
Oh no!
Because they copyrighted it.
Isn't it like the what was it, the Limp Bizkit? Oh crud! They did a really cool song with Exhibit, you know, from Pimp My Ride, and they had a really cool song called Get Your Groove On, and the original beat was badass. Like, it was so good, but Disney got pissed because that was from one of their like live shows at the studio at like the theme park.
Yeah.
So they took it off and they had to remix it.
Damn.
And that version
made it worse.
that version of Get Your Groove On sucked. Simon Rex.
Yeah, he's fire.
Yeah. Thanks, Nico.
4 blocks back that we're heading out, so.
Dirt nasty.
It seemed that the Novine takeover was just as concerning for Gabe's neighbor as it was for him. I can't really say I blame the guy. It's got to be absolute hell living next to Gabe. If you want to hear more from him, check.
And then there's Gabe stuffing his face. Another news water is wet. Yeah.
Check out my last video, but during an interview that he did with Bloodspeth, he thoroughly described his experience being Gabe's neighbor, and it was just as unpleasant as you'd think. There have actually been quite a few interviews going on in the Novine universe. Those who were close to Nova previously often do interviews with Bloodspeth after breaking their ties, and it was no different when Nova's newest business associate decided to turn on him. For a couple of weeks, Gabe has been talking about a business associate that he has, and nobody really knew much until she came forward.
That is the video posted by Chin Universe. That's the one where I was like, yeah, Bloodspeth sounded like a cackling villain, and maybe he shouldn't belch into the microphone during an important interview.
Yeah.
I mean, Bloodspeth is definitely not like journalist material where he's asking like hard-hitting questions or anything like that, but he got some good information. I thought for like maybe not having like a journalist background, like Bloodspeth did okay. Like, he just committed some cardinal sins that I was like, okay, yeah, you don't belch in the camera, or you don't belch into the microphone, and then you don't like cackle like some mad villain. Like, please don't. Like,
an interview, one that revealed some pretty shocking information. She would start by
okay, so like I went on Nova's like little channel, and he was doing like a food review at like fucking 2 a.m. He was outside at 2 a.m.
How dark was it? Was the video like a few hours beforehand and he posted it, or did he just find the 24/7 store. And
it's from Factor. He was like doing a food review of Factor because he had a Factor subscription. I'll show it to you. I'll find it real quick because I think I have. Yeah, I have Nova's channel booted up. Oh God. Not that one. I think it's this one. Okay. Wait. Hold on. I got disaster stream. Come on, boot up. There you go. All right, now we can jump over. And there we go. So yeah, he's like it's like
Welcome back to Factor or Capper, where I try different Factor meals and tell you if they're underrated or absolute dog shish. Today,
dog shish. Just say dog water, dude.
We've got the poblano cream chicken cavatappi.
But like he's doing this like in the middle of the night. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Can you not disturb your mom? I mean, maybe you shouldn't be doing this like at like 2 a.m. Come on now. But no, like I mean, like he has like a porch light or something on, so he's got decent lighting. But yeah, it's no. We'll play.
Garlic broccoli. Also, excuse if I'm a little quiet. It's 2:30 a.m. I don't want to wake up my neighbors, but let's try out.
Well, then don't film. Don't film.
Yeah.
Don't film at 2:30 in the fucking morning. That's it. That's retarded. Don't be retarded. Don't be an idiot. Oh yeah, did you see the thumbnail where I call him the diaper wearing dunderhead?
Yeah, that's good.
I was gonna call him the diaper wearing dimwit, but dimwit didn't look good in the thumbnail, so I just called him the dunderhead.
That's good.
But that's probably as much as I can probably stomach of like a real Nova video.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So we'll go back to Kiwi tapes real quick, and I mean we'll try to fly through this as quickly as we can because we're about 2.5 hours in. So
revealing that her and Gabe had known each other less than
Hang
a
in
month,
there, CJ.
while also describing just what it's like to be an employee of Gabriel Gage.
So he wound up. I'm not gonna say he made me because like I am my own person, but he wound up sending me links from his personal number, just Amazon. Like, oh, here's a paracord kit. Here's the rig you have to do it on, and I did wind up purchasing those items to help him, and he like at that point, because I'm helping him and he seems like really like just chill about it, like we're doing the support thing together and whatnot, and it's been going well. And at that we played Fortnite before that. Like it was all chill up to this point. There was genuinely nothing weird, so I was so confused what people still meant about anything, because he was very chill, no inappropriate things, just weird. It was just like, oh, I'm in pain. Again, it's like it's very just random.
I'm in pain.
Come on,
I'm tired. I'm in pain.
Obviously, you heard about what's happening and what people were calling him. It's like, I guess you.
Well, here's the deal. She initially thought he was retarded.
Well, she's probably not wrong.
Yeah. Then she finds out that he's this like really weird dude, like that has Reddit moderator vibes. Like, yeah, she woke up pretty quick. With that background, Pepsi stocks just went down.
I don't know why you told me this, but hey, are you okay? Like, sorry, I feel bad.
I'm a Coke guy anyway.
And that night again, going back to that's when he taught me how to make the paracords. And then I was trying to be like, okay, I'm tired. I'm gonna hop off after he showed me the first one. Then you go, no, you need to stay so I can show you the next one. And then he showed. This was at this point it was like 3 a.m.
Jesus.
Like 9. I stayed all the way up to 5 a.m.
Oh.
So he showed me a second weave. I think there's like the shark jawbone, whatever it's called. And I was like, okay, that's cool. He's like, you think you could do this? I'm like, yeah, I can do that one. And then I did the same thing. Like, I'm going to hop off. I'm just really tired. And then he's like, no, you have to stay for this one too. I was on camera at that point. And I was like, it doesn't matter. He's seen me at this point. So we're just chilling, talking, and he's just doing the paracords. And when he saw that, he's like, oh my, you're so fucking pretty. You're so... that was
See,
like,
this is where it gets
thanks. Like, it was a little more awkward
weird
because it's like not face to face, but face to face. That wasn't too weird. And then he mentioned, I thought as a joke at first. He's like, oh, you should come down to Idaho.
When asked about how much she knew on Nova's past, she feigned
Okay,
ignorance,
guys.
claiming that what little she knew she took to be fake. And she would also claim that once she found out about some of Nova's wider crimes, that it was her reasoning behind betraying Gabe.
So I made that Galaxy Twitter, first Twitter I've made. No clue how to use Twitter, but Nova kind of helped me with that. And that was just to have and to reply to stuff and whatnot. And just, it was really he said to make sure to stay up to date with the trolls, but don't follow them. So like I was an idiot. I didn't think about that. So like I followed a couple of them, and I guess he saw that on my account, and I think he was angry. I'm not quite sure how he came off in text, but he was just like, don't follow them. So I was like, okay, yeah, my bad. I unfollowed them, and I was like, how do you keep tabs on them then? And then he said, oh, they're in my search bar. So it's like, okay, I just did that. At this point, there were some people messaging like in the comments that there's like, it was only actually 2 or 3 because like no one saw that account yet. It's like, oh, why are you working with this guy? He's a pred, and oh, he's a creep. And then there was, that was mainly just it. And I didn't have actual proof at that point, so I was like, it got too hot in the kitchen for me, honestly. But it's whatever.
I mean, all it takes is a simple internet search about Nova Online.
Yeah.
It takes like 5 seconds. Not even that.
I agree.
You can find 100%. That this dude is just, he messages minors. He wears diapers. He pretends that he's a baby. But
golly.
Yeah, this is pathetic.
So I was like a little on edge at that point. Wound up, I got some more messages, and I believe I replied to one. I don't quite remember what it was because I did get rid of that account because that's like when I caught off Nova. Someone commented, there was a couple people, and they said like, well, you don't know any of this, and I was like, no, I haven't seen anything crazy. Can you guys show me? Because, and then this one person said like, oh yeah, just look up the Nova files.
Oh, the Nova files. Oh God. I'm sure we could probably push this forward a little bit more, couldn't we?
Sure. It's up to you.
Let's see where we can get to. Oh God, he's doing his little wrestling poses. I'm a wrestler. I want to take bumps. God, this is so bad. This is so bad.
Home-cooked meals, like in this Twitter post where he claims his aunt complimented his cooking.
What?
A complete lie, by the way. Gabe has been endlessly reviewing fast food items. I don't think I've seen...
Oh, damn. He's got the full, almost like the full unibrow going. Damn.
God, I almost choked there. Yeah, that shit's fluffy.
Wow. Yeah.
Seen him do a cooking video in over a year. So my point is that Gabe is lying about so much and hiding even more. It seems like for a while now, Gabe has been getting his TikTok page spammed by bots, most likely trolls that are attempting to get his TikTok account banned. He's been ignoring this for a while, but now it's actually starting to bear some consequences, and he is terrified of losing his main account.
Hey, y'all,
Yeah, he also, like, the business manager also said that, like, Nova became, like, is, like, really paranoid and feels like, I don't know. I guess like Nova feels like he's on borrowed time at this point.
Well, yeah, some of these trolls tactics can make you lose your channel. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
For good or bad reasons.
Look no further than old Raxo. Like whenever somebody finds out, oh, he's got a new channel, it gets taken down within like what? I would say within a day or two.
All the person's got to say, hey, this guy's got his channel banned before he's made a new account.
Yeah, he's ban evading.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to make this video, like, right now. Fuckers are spam engagement my account buying fake saves. So, hey, follow my backup, please. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Nova has stated many times in the past that he relies on his TikTok income to make what he calls a living, so trolls threatening this probably has him under more stress than...
Well, it's like when, what was it, Tafiachu, like, you know, like, dealt with, like, TikTok, like, she, like, where she's, like, super, she gets really super desperate. Yeah. Well,
yeah, no,
that's
exactly.
locales are not all the same, but they tend to rhyme. So
that's for sure.
Usual. It also seems like Nova is pretty broke. He's grown reliant on people buying his biohazard bracelets, and also grown reliant on the charity of others. Gabe would start posting videos where he ate factor meals, trying to rebrand his eating content as healthy, and Nova has actually been eating these things, but we know due to the interview with the coworker that he's not paying for them. She was. The next big thing to happen came around the end of June, and it would sadly be something that Nova would celebrate. Bloodspeth's Twitter account would be banned after a spat involving him and Gideon. Popular theory is that Gideon's fans spammed his Twitter into getting deleted. Well, Gabe would celebrate this.
Damn. Rest in peace, Blood's fake spat sacks account. It won't be missed. Hello, Bozo.
And then readers added context. Gabriel Gage, also known as Nova Online, operates this account. He has been accused of grooming several minors and has documented visits from the police over the risk he has posed to them and people who highlight his behavior.
Yeah, not smart there, Gab. Not smart there, Gabe.
Heavily, making a post on Twitter. Rest in piss, fake Speth's X account. It won't be missed. El Bozo. But Gabe's massive amount of unoriginality is not what brings us to this post. It would be the community note that Twitter staff left below it. Gabriel Gage, also known as Nova Online, operates this account. He has been accused of grooming several minors and has documented visits from the police over the risk he posed to them and people who highlight his behavior. Gabe is becoming extremely infamous. More and more people learn every day of his predatory actions, and it has severely impacted the way that he behaves on social media. And this post I'm about to show you is a perfect example of that. After consideration, I will no longer be rating other Twitch streamers after my own streams due to my trolls, ruining my and other streamers' experience. Sorry to the real fans. Fuff you trolls. Apparently, Nova had tried to raid another streamer on Twitch, which is...
God, Nova doing the fucking wrestling entrances. That's so fucking stupid. I'm gonna do wrestling entrances!
This is something you do when you're 11 or something.
Yeah, this is when you're trying to be an edgy preteen, not when you're like, what, 22? Stop.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Where you end your stream and send all of your audience to another one. And when this streamer found out who Gabe was and what they'd done, they were disgusted and disavowed him. It warms my heart that such information is so readily available, because sadly, most people just know him as the cringy...
You dropped the belt! You dropped the title belt, Nova! You dropped it, you scrub, you fucking jobber!
Yo, he'd be like the Kali, going like this but holding it upside down. That's what. That's what.
Here's the deal, though. Is like, goddamn, like Nova would be blackballed from pro wrestling so fucking fast. First of all, he would get his ass kicked in the locker room because you don't mess with kids. And then second, yeah, you get blackballed. You're not booked anywhere, buddy.
If they need another Hornswoggle, I guess this person could.
No.
But Hornswoggle's a legend.
Yeah.
In himself. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But he could be the little gremlin under the ring.
Oh God. Instead of like him beating up on people, like he gets beat up. That'd be great.
Discord mod, and not the extremely predatory Discord mod. And make no mistake, Nova hasn't changed. This predatory behavior continues every day. Recently, he was discovered in another Discord server with minors, sending pictures of himself and talking to them. He also recently proved that he was the person that tried to dox me. Most people assumed that it was him after his IP was pulled on the farms, but it's now been confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt, with the discovery of a secret YouTube channel that Gabe was operating, one that went under the same name as the one that tried to dox me on the forums. But Gabe somehow thought he could conceal his identity with a voice changer.
If you have not read it...
Oh, the Salty Atlanta. That's what we caught before, didn't we? Yeah, from Chin Universe.
Yeah.
Yet I am not going to be using my real voice.
Or showing my face, because...
It's okay, G. I'll do it for you.
It embarrasses me that much. But today, we're just going to be doing a 10-minute uncut clip.
At the end, you can hear Chin Universe fixing the audio to make it sound more like Gabe. It's 1000% him, and it proves that there's really no length that Gabe won't go to get back at people that he views as wronged him. He's such a hypocrite, sitting down claiming that people are harassing him and his family while going out and harassing families himself, ones that don't even have any connection to him. It really just speaks to Gabe's general attitude of not caring about anyone else. As long as he...
God, his hair is so gross, dude.
Dog, I guarantee if you go to like if he itches his head or something, like 20 strands are coming out with one little pull.
It's clogging the shower drain.
Oh God.
Yeah, oh man, I can't imagine that shower drain. And I know he doesn't pick up after himself. And you know for damn sure because his mom's foot got cut off, like only use me blades foot, like she ain't doing it.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. So bad. So bad.
Gets what he wants. He doesn't care how much anyone else has to suffer. People are
You
nothing
could literally
but
ring that over your popcorn and get as much butter.
Oh no! No, that's horrible.
Ring it out. Ring.
Brother. Brother.
in a universe that he believes revolves around him. But that universe will swiftly change. Mama Gage will not be here forever, neither will the TikTok checks, and when they're both gone, he will have nothing and no one, but he's got no one to blame but himself. The future will be incredibly difficult for Gabriel Gage, and a big step toward...
Yeah, that's true. I'm interested in seeing more crash outs from the likes of Gabe.
Indeed.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Anywho, okay, I left a little bit of time left so we can bring up UFC 329. I was like, okay, you know, I need to leave. That's why I accelerated that so fast. I was like, okay, we'll just watch snippets of Kiwi tapes. But do check out the full video. But basically, it's a recap of everything we've covered, added on to the interview that you can find on Chin Universe in full, which is about, I would say, pretty close to hour 45 minutes. So if you got an afternoon where you're not doing much, Watch that interview. Okay. All right. So we're on the early prelims. So like there were 2 that were canceled. And I'm going to make this a little bit larger. Sorry.
Oh, Cody Durden. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Cody Durden's has got Alessandro Costa. This is just the early prelims.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which start about 4
Tracy Cortez and Wang Kong. That's going to be a good.
That should be a pretty good fight. Yeah.
Tracy Cortez got that booty. Booty is
She's bootylicious. Okay, and then now we move on to the preliminary card. And the one
Robert Whitaker. Oh yeah, that guy's like a legend. He's on the prelims. What the fuck?
Yeah. But the one that really sticks out to me is Gable Stevenson. Yeah, Gable Stevenson.
Yeah.
It's funny because after he had this really illustrious career, like being a collegiate wrestler, he goes to WWE. He doesn't pan out too well in WWE, but for some odd reason, he's getting booked in UFC and he's doing halfway decent in UFC.
Yeah, he's had 3 indie fights, and he's won all of them except his last fight. He got head kicked, like really good. His defense isn't there yet, but the thing is, he's such a monster. He just took that kick to the head and then threw him to the ground and then ground and pound. He's really good, and I think he still has more to learn. So I think they're giving him Elijah Elliott's and this guy that's not that good.
Sure.
And they're giving him a warm-up match just to test the waters.
Do you feel like they're doing the same thing with Bo Nickel? Like they're kind of building up Bo Nickel?
Yeah, no, they're padding his record. Yeah. They're like with Habib Nurmagomedov. If you look, he hasn't lost, he hasn't bled in the UFC, but his 13 wins in the UFC, he only has 3 that are really good. He has Poirier, the guy at the airport that had a mental breakdown. He has obviously Conor McGregor, and then he has Gaethje. But everybody underneath that, they're kind of not bums, but they're nowhere near that record. And like people hold Habib's to such a high standard, but if you go to look at it's padded. That record, his shit's padded.
Sure.
Same with Patty.
Speaking of Paddy Pimblett, he's the co-main.
Yes.
So yeah,
that's going to be the best fight of the match.
So
Benoit.
Yeah, the best fight of the night.
Yeah, for sure. Benoit Saint Denis, he has like literally gone on a 4-5 knockout spree. He's just knocking people out left, right, and center. And Patty's doing really good. He did good against Gaethje.
I thought so too.
They went all 5 rounds. All 5 rounds they went through. And Gaethje's last match was against Ilya. And he got Ilya out of there on the 4th round. So Patty technically did a little bit better than him.
When I watched that Pimblett Gaethje fight, like it was an all-out war. Like it was, I thought it was one of the better fights of the year.
Straight up bar brawl. There was really not. There was a little bit of technique, but at one point there's just swinging.
Oh yeah, like they put on a show, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to put on the show. And then you see who ends up winning by the end of the fight. But they went the distance. Nobody got beat. Like, but when Gaethje beat Ilya, I was like, man, Gaethje's had a heck of a year so far.
Yes, and also Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. This is a tricky one.
Okay.
People are more on Corey's side because Corey's more likable. And Merab, my guy Merab right here, almost knocked out Corey Sandhagen. And that was like the least of people's bingo cards. Like people did not think, oh, Merab almost knocked him out. Merab's not a knockout merchant. He's got 1 knockout in the UFC, And I think that's it. He's mostly a decision merchant, or he did get a submission on Sean. But Mario Batista, people are starting to like him because he is getting better. He made Umar Nurmagomedov look like a human. He almost won against Umar. But I'm thinking Mario might take it just because he's getting better. Well, Corey, yes, he's still extraordinary, but he's kind of going down. He's not rising. So I think it might be Mario's time. I don't know.
Okay. Here's what I was thinking, because I thought McGregor was going to come back a lot sooner, because I thought McGregor was going to return. I think it was at the end of May. It was the show before Freedom 250 where they were booking McGregor to come back. Yeah. But McGregor was trying to be like, hey, could we be like a co-main, because like I feel like I'm up for 3 rounds rather than the full 5.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like delayed it. They delayed the main towards Saturday rather than towards the end of May. Maybe it's to give, McGregor a little more prep time. Maybe give Holloway a little more prep time as well.
Yeah, McGregor wanted to come back in 2021 or 2022 and 3, but there's a conspiracy theory. They weren't wanting to work with him at the time because they were at ESPN at the time.
Right.
And so the way I'm thinking, I think this, Ariel thinks this, a few other people think this. They were like, hey, Paramount, if you give us this $8 to $7 billion, you will for sure get 2 Conor McGregor fights.
Ooh.
And that is such a big leverage because Conor McGregor, he's the one who brought UFC to that level, to where people were talking about it. And he is a big money maker. Like you said, break out the red panties because everyone's getting a paycheck because Conor's on the... If you're fighting Conor, win or lose, you're still getting paid a shit ton.
Right.
And so it's a win-win for even if you win or lose. And so I think that was one of their bargaining chips to Paramount to get that $7 billion. Hey, we got Conor McGregor, 2 fights left, and they haven't upgraded it. And Conor's a bit confused on that. And I think they're trying to, what I think, they gave him Max Holloway off the start. They didn't even give him like a Michael Chandler to start off with. So I think they're wanting him to lose these next 2 fights, let go of him because he's too much and he's getting a bit too old. And so they're able to dumb him down. And so if he tries to go to MVP, the Netflix MMA card, he's not going to get paid as much because he's lost so many times. And they don't want other companies to get him at his highest. So I think they're trying to dull him down.
I see. That's interesting. I mean, the UFC has already had so many people help build that promotion. I mean, look at, Brock. Yeah, Brock Lesnar. Even guys like John Bones Jones. Chuck Liddell. There's so many, and there's a rising generation that's coming up. I mean, Gaethje is like kind of like one of those premier guys. I mean, given what kind of a year Gaethje's had.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's so many people that have kind of paved the way. I mean, Anderson Silva, another one.
Oh, for sure. George St. Pierre.
George St. Pierre. Like, there's so many people that have built UFC into what it is today. I mean,
Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock was one of those. Frank Shamrock was one of those guys. Ken and Frank.
Royce Gracie.
Yep. They were one of those founders. I mean, Tank Abbott made his name in UFC. Tank Abbott will punch you in your fucking cherry. I love Tank Abbott. But then there's but I think they're in a transition period where they're trying to build up the next generation. That's why they're pushing Hokett. They're pushing Hokett. They're pushing Bo Nickel. They're pushing Gable Steveson. I mean, like they're trying to push some of these guys so they can have a next generation.
They don't have the on mic talent like Connor and a few other, like they've lost those people.
Yeah.
And so the press conferences used to be an hour long. Now they're barely 30 minutes because everybody's like, oh, we'll see when they get it. Like, oh, how is it going to go, Max Holloway? Oh, it is what it is. We'll see when the day comes. It's like, no, give us more. And that's what Connor does for the sport. He makes it more interesting. He's good on the mic. And there's like Josh Hokett and there's a couple other people that were trying to do what Connor does, and they just can't do it to that extent. Right. Except Hokett is doing a decent job. I think he's becoming the heel. Even if you think he's corny and you hate him, he's winning like no other in the heavyweight division.
Right.
He's getting you to boo and hate watch. He's doing his job.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's the deal is like the UFC needs more personalities. They really need more personalities.
Facts.
They need people to help push UFC to make more money. And with professional wrestling, MMA is the same way. MMA is just like it's pro wrestling without the predetermined ending.
Yeah.
It's not like booking who's going over, who's not going over. Although UFC kind of writes itself sometimes.
No, exactly like the padded records. They'll get Paddy because Paddy brings so many people from. He's a Scouser. He's from the UK, and he's a huge star. And so, are they going to give him a hard 4 or 5 fights? No, they're going to give him easy fights at the beginning to see how good he does, to see how he defends against himself, and then they'll slowly start giving him King Green. They'll slowly give him Gaethje, and he's done real. Michael Chandler, he's won. King Green's on this card too against Terrence McKinney, and I'm praying for King Green. King Green fights with his hands down. Dodge. He doesn't care. He's a straight gangster. But Terrence McKinney is like the knockout king lately. He's getting knocked out or he's a do or die type of guy, Terrence McKinney.
Yeah.
And so I think Terrence is going to win, but I'm praying for Bobby Green, King Green, whatever you want to call him.
King Green.
I'm praying. Yeah, for King. His real name's Bobby, but
Bobby. Yeah. Well, hey, and then for those here living in the States, UFC 329 is on Paramount Plus. I'm going to be watching. Yeah, CJ will be watching.
I have to pay.
I know. Poor CJ has to pay.
I'll pay it though. I'm injected into my veins.
I'm addicted to UFC, dude. But no, like, so I talked about earlier in the show where I played the new College Football 27. It's okay. I have to play a little more. I haven't played a video game in like several years, especially a sports title. But there was a big scuttlebutt, around the game with the entry of like microtransactions to advance your custom head coach or your custom player. I weighed in, I got the 900 likes, whatever. I just
flex on them.
I know. I actually did see earlier, and I'll show the screenshot real quick on the Instagram. This is EA folding under the pressure of hashtag CFP play don't pay. So I'm going to read this real quick.
You did this, Tyler. You did it.
Oh, well, it was a huge team effort for
we did it.
Yeah, we all did it, dude. Thank you for your continued passion and for the incredible response to College Football 27. We love this game and this sport. The college football is and always will be about the sights, sounds, pageantry, traditions, and the atmosphere of Saturday, because college football is a big fucking deal here in the States. In College Football 27, we aspire to deliver the deepest experience to date with all new Dynasty blueprint, new positions, and road to glory, which is kind of like you try to make your player like the best player in college football. And the best college football game play yet. However, your feedback on Road to Glory and Dynasty is what we missed the mark with the introduction of paid progression options. That's where a lot of people got pissed, was the microtransactions. And they're not even really microtransactions. If you wanted to max out all the stats, you have to throw down like another $100 to pay.
That's not even fun.
No, it's not fun. It's pay to it's a pay to win. This was added independently of deeper mode progression. So they're saying it regressed with the aim to give players more choice. But what you've said is not that they're at what you've said is that they're not adding the value we intended. EA, not a good guy. They just have a bar so low that they get above it or once in a while. Oh yeah, I agree. They're trying to pander. Because, I mean, of course, they're going to fold under the pressure. Like, if enough people speak up, but I still think video games are going to shit. So tomorrow morning, we will remove all paid progression options from Road to Glory and Online Dynasty. Why is Dynasty online to begin with? An unfortunate side effect of removing paid progression is that players that have college point balances in their wallets will not be able to apply the balances in Road to Glory or Dynasty. Dynasty is basically where you take a team and you have them win national championships. So jump in between now and then, apply your points. So they're telling you use your points now or you're going to lose them. Our goal for live service plans in College Football 28 and beyond will be to deliver valuable features and content with greater transparency and communication. It was because these big content creators were going to split tie. We're gonna separate, like cut ties with EA. They were going to tell them no, like go pound sand. We're moving fast to respond to your feedback in game, so stay tuned for follow-up communications next week, where we'll take you through more design details and share our goals for College Football 27. We love this game. We love this community. We love college football. College Football 27 is our third and best game ever. Yeah, I know. They're they're catering to the circle jerk, and we can't wait to see you on the field. And there is actually, when they did research on it, like there was a guy named C4. He found that the coding from last year was still in there, but there was an added code, not by the dev team, but it was from higher ups at EA, because EA got bought out by a big Saudi Arabian company. Because of course, the Saudis want to expand their portfolio, but beyond just owning a bunch of oil. I guess they believe that peak oil's coming up, but they're saying that, oh yeah, we're but they're trying to diversify, and they're trying to make they're trying to milk the cow as much as they can.
Yeah, no, they're taking over sports, and I guess sports games too. Jeez.
Yeah. And to me, it's not cool. Like, but I get it. Like, I know when you're strapped for cash, man, you're gonna go with the best sugar daddy that you can get. But no, like I think that's a good thing, because I feel like you need to grind a game.
It is good.
Yeah, like I would take it as a small victory, but also I would take it like a Pyrrhic victory. It took a lot of effort to be like, okay, all right, we finally got the company to fucking listen to us. Them fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But you don't blame the dev team. Dev team cares because it's people that love the game, but it's also, you blame the higher ups. You blame the suits.
Yeah.
But, anywho, CJ, I think you're off for the next few days.
Yes, I am off, and I'm also tomorrow. I did a little bit of editing today. I got 5-10 minutes more, and tomorrow I'm doing nothing. But the next day I'll be editing like a motherfucker. I'm getting shit done.
Getting it done. Brooks Looks says, I don't even play football games, but I watch Angry Joe reviews. And Angry Joe's kind of let himself go. Enough to know that they just shift features around and call them new and just recycle without ever putting anything good together. Oh yeah, like there is a game called NFL 2K5. I think that's it. And way better than today's Madden games. ESPN Football 2K5. I think that's what it's called. Hold on. I'm going to look.
The only team I know is the Fighting Irish, and I'm sure that's
Notre Dame.
the most popular team. Yeah.
One of the more popular college football teams out there. Oh, yeah. 2K5. Yeah, ESPN Football 2K5. What's that?
Didn't Rudy play for the Fighting Irish?
Yeah, he played for the Fighting Irish. But
That's
Rudy was kind of an afterthought on that team in real life. But no, like there's features on ESPN 2K5, ESPN Football 2K5 that were way advanced than what Madden has now. So if you really want a real football game, like ESPN NFL 2K5 is where you play. But it's like I think it's on the original Xbox or the PS2. It's an older title, but it had way more power than today's Madden games.
Yeah.
One more announcement before we go. I reached out to Emma the other day. Okay. So hopefully we'll get a collab going soon. So we'll probably have her weigh in on Truther, and M stands for money, and let her introduce us to like Heather Brooke Clark, because I know I've been talking about Heather Brooke Clark for a while.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, we covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think we somewhat finished the Nova Online. We did a really good job, I think. You did a really good job with
DarksydePhil,
Snort Hogan. Yeah.
DarksydePhil. Yeah. I mean, like that came down to a lot of like writing a ton of notes and being like, okay, all right, what do I remember so far? And then I was like, okay, let's find some videos, for example. But yeah, we're all caught up on Phil. We're all caught up on Nova, unless we're missing anything. But I don't know. It always seems like after I get done with a video, I miss a new detail about Phil, or I miss a new detail about Nova. But for now, I feel fine. At least until the beginning of next week. But yeah, do we have anything else, CJ?
No, I think that is good, and maybe Monday or Tuesday we'll.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm thinking either Monday or Tuesday, so we'll be back during then. So CJ, yeah, sign us off.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, or even if you don't watch it live, you watch it VOD form. We really do appreciate y'all. And yeah, guys, that is the end of the stream. I'm passing my ass out. Tyler is too. And we're going to go. Peace out.